Happy New Year, everybody. That's right, we haven't played since 2019, which I can hardly believe. It seems unreal to me when I say that. But, here we are. How are my friends today?
Fantastic.
Oh, us? I thought you were talking to the people that were watching.
No,
us.
you are my friends.
Oh.
Beamer is my friend as well, and anybody else that's in chat. But I was referring to the four of you specifically.
How's chat doing?
So that's
Kyle, I'm doing great.
I'm glad to
Nice.
hear it. And not only you, Jesse, you said this is your third stream today. It's like your fourth thing today, though, because you also had to go teach today, and
I've been moving since. Well, I mean, the first stream was at noon, but I've been moving since like 8 o'clock this morning.
Vibrating even.
I got up at 3 this morning, so
I would die.
I slept in till like 9:30, 10 today. It was
Yeah,
great.
I think I went to bed at 3.
I have to travel tomorrow, so today was my one rest day, which is all relative. So, y'all, it's the 13th session of Blades in the Dark.
What could go wrong?
Nothing, I'm sure. There has been a lot that has been happening over the last several sessions. To be fair, I think I have learned a lot about my style as a ghost manager. I think that was the term somebody used, and I like that way better than master or whatever. Don't like it.
game master,
Nope.
puzzle master.
I could almost deal with that if this were a puzzle-focused game. But, perhaps someone would like to summarize what happened those two sessions. If you recall a two-part score that we had.
All
Right, for the second half.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. I know that we went to the Vale. We met new love of my life, Quest, Moon Eyes.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Jira, but I guess
I was about to say Jira.
Yeah.
That's the love of my life in the
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right. Sorry, my fault.
Excuse, Moon Eyes, Quest is the love of my life right now.
Okay.
I want those eyes.
Yes, I realized that was what you were saying.
Yes, and they were asking us, they were Valeris's right hand, they were asking us to look into Polonia Morriston, who was an assassin.
Correct.
And who her next target would be, which we then discovered was going to be in last session, back in December 28th.
Yep,
I
that's
know,
the
right?
date that I have
of
written as well.
2019, that
Yep.
the big target was Lord Doskvol.
Indeed. So, that was a whole thing. And Lord Dunville is important because, do you remember?
Oh, Dunville, yes.
Dunville.
I fixed that, and I forgot I fixed
Did
it.
anyone pick up on who that is? I think your characters would know, so if you don't, I will explain it.
It was.
Is it the Penderin?
No, it is.
Okay.
He and Pendrin are peers.
Okay.
Yes. It's going back to, isn't it? Oof, hang on. Just come back to me.
I feel like this is one of those points where it's like that string board on the wall that stretches.
That was the
wall.
last. That was the last scene that we had. Was that conspiracy board of tracking movements and stuff? Lord Dunville is on the city council and a preceptor of the Church of Ecstasy of the Flesh.
Oh yeah, right. It was the.
Yes.
I thought I couldn't remember if it was Path of Ectos or the Church of Ecstasy of the Flesh.
I was trying to remember if who did we go into? Whose house was that? We went into?
The Dunville Manor, but it wasn't the lord of the family that you spoke to. It was his son-in-law.
Oh no, I'm talking about way back with the ghosts in the mouths.
Oh, that was Lord Penderin.
Okay, that was Lord Penderin. All right. Okay.
I like with the ghosts and the mouths.
The ghosts in the
And
mouths.
the
Oh, that's right, because
Ghost mouths.
they had the
The hand mouths.
Mouth hands.
Mouth hands. Hand mouths. Mouth hands.
Teeth fingers.
yeah that
That's
takes living
even worse.
It was
takes
teeth palms.
takes living hand to mouth to a whole new level.
Ugh. Too real for me, and I regret it.
All right, so that is a interesting connection that you would make. However, connecting Penderin and Dunville and the Path of Echoes and the church and the Circle of Flame and all of those kinds of things. Huh. That's a whole thing. So
Probably coincidence.
probably.
Totally coincidence.
Completely
Now.
100%.
Pay no much attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yep.
Right.
This is that moment right now.
So the other thing I want to point out, you have one other totally unrelated story thread about something that Char and Beryl and Avmalia did while all the, I think I referred to them once as the chaperone members of the crew, like Eyes and Rhodes.
Char still is mad. He's in prison doing push-ups, being mad that you didn't think that he was worthy enough to be a chaperone of the group.
Char was one of the people that went into the Ministry of Preservation after not starting a riot, but helping fan the flames of the riot.
Again, a contentious point from Char's point of view.
I imagine it is.
Inciting for some definitions.
Yeah,
of the word.
like not starting it, but like, hey, if we get them a little bit more worked up, we can use this to our advantage.
I mean, yep.
And that was when you broke into a Ministry of Preservation vault, killed half the people in there, and stole a book.
Yep. And Bart died. But he didn't die. Somebody
Just like
fell over.
Trauma'd out.
yeah.
I keep looking at
Oh,
White's
buddy.
character sheet, and I'm like, why do you have 2 traumas? But I remember now. Never mind, because of prison. Prison messes you up. Just in
Prison
case
of
you
prison.
know that.
Prison does mess you up. Especially in
case
this
people
game.
just in case people weren't aware, prison. Nobody deserves to go to prison.
Spoiler warning.
As true as that can be in real life, it is doubly true. Like Iron Hook prison. It's a bad place. Funny enough, that's where all the leadership of the Billhooks are.
Oh, Char's
We did
gonna.
that kinda.
I mean, Char's gonna really like that. Then he's gonna use his found prison fame to go beat up some billhooks. He's like, "What's up, billhooks? The one gang that I wanted to take over that broke apart on its own. I'm so disappointed."
Yeah, just across the board, Char's like punch up. Also the bill hooks.
I wouldn't call it on its own, Bob.
I know. No, I know. I'm just saying. He wanted to punch up on them, and then they decided to disintegrate down below him. And now he's like, wait, but that's...
They do still lick boots, so it's kind of like punching up by proxy.
Right. Here's some proxy punches. Perfect.
So, yeah, punching the Billhooks was punching up. But not anymore.
Right, exactly.
So, you are back in your hidden lair in the old rail yard in Coleridge, right?
The coolest base of all time, yep.
It is a
That's
pretty
right.
cool base. Like, not gonna lie. An abandoned old train house and all the cars that are in it, and you just kind of revamped it. You've got a workshop in there, and for Rhodes to do all of his tinkering, and I think... and
You got nice digs.
Indeed.
We have a whole train. It's scattered, but we have a whole train.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't
If we
know
were to
if...
spruce it up, we'd probably be able to take it places.
Yeah.
Keep the rails.
You know, it has
Get
occurred...
a ship.
It has occurred to
working
me
train.
that you could do a really fun campaign of Blades in the Dark just being railjacks going around the island protecting the trains. Because these railjacks.
There's actually a game about that. I can't remember what it's called.
It's Ghost Lines.
There's actually an entire game. Yes.
Yeah. It's from John Harper. It's in the same world. It's supposed to take place. It's not exactly in the same timeline. I can't remember if it's before or after. But anyway, it's basically.
But it's really cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ghostbusters on a train.
I would like that if it wasn't being like the Protectors, but instead just being a gang on a caboose. It's like, we gotta get off this line because here come the railjacks.
Yeah, but that's what I was going to point out was the railjacks are not like the train workers. They are effectively like very specialized whispers.
Yeah.
That's right.
Whispers?
Because they get these cool electroplasmic stuff to catch ghosts and grapple with them, and it's really cool.
I have cool electroplasmic stuff.
And stick them in jars and then forget which jar is which.
And then throw one into
and then yeet them at people.
It's fine. Yep. Just what's that bandolier? It's just ghosts. What do you do with them? I eat them at people. What?
That's not weird at all.
Bees?
Yeah.
So, just to point out, y'all had made a friend some time ago among your liaison with said railjacks. Did you not? That was...
Oh, right.
That was that 12s?
Yeah, I think that was 12s.
He was the railjack,
Yeah. So 12s is knocking on your on the door to your secret lair. Guys, let me in.
I'm going to slide the door very slowly open and just stare at
As soon as you do that, like he sticks his foot into between the door and the frame, and it's like, I got it. We gotta talk. Come on, we gotta talk.
I'm going to very slowly look around and say, "You better not have been followed." And I'm
what?
Step
Oh no! I would never do that to you. Or I would no, y'all. Oh my god! I'm in this place. It's so cool.
I do love you, but you're acting like you were followed a little bit.
Rose is kind of like, what is happening back there?
And 12s. Oh no! But so Rhodes isn't right there. Rhodes isn't
yet.
Rhodes, what was that? I'm sorry. What was that, Rhodes?
I was saying Rhodes?
Yeah.
Rhodes hasn't officially met 12s yet. So he's like, who is this?
Is Rhodes in the room?
A couch somewhere. I don't know where the common room is in comparison to this.
I remember in some off-screen arcade, the common room wasn't super far from Rhodes' cabin.
Rhodes' like workshop is next to the common room, according to like the weird ass layout of things.
They hooked up the trains together.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Since moved that train.
Yeah.
So instead, 12 is like, hey, is Beryl here?
Pokes out from the kitchen. Yo, what's up?
Oh. First of all, it's so cool to see you again. And second of all, we got to talk. You're in trouble.
Fuck.
And White is like leans out of the shadows, and you hear like spine cracking, and he's like, "Look, Char's in prison. This is the only thing I got right now, okay?" and he's just
bless
like,
this spidery man.
And he's just like, "I assume you only mean Beryl and not the rest of us." And he like has a saucer with like a cup of tea on it. And he like sips on it.
I heard about what happened to Char. That's terrible. It's really terrible. I hope that we can see him again soon. And I'm just going to assume that Avmalia is off doing whatever Avmalia does, since Nat is
floating in
beyond
some
death
water,
tonight.
I'd imagine.
I think I sit next to Rhodes, and I'm just like, I do not know who this person is.
Okay, good. Because we
weren't in that session.
No, you have Eyes has met 12s, but could totally have forgotten because not an important figure in Eyes' life.
So just there were lots of vice indulgence.
Vice indulgence sessions.
Yeah,
Understood.
but also just to remind the audience as well, 12s failed. We failed, or we took a devil's bargain, and he or they or she became like obsessed with us in a very unhealthy fashion. This was like a thing that that was like part of a devil's bargain.
Exactly, like
which is why they act like this and why everybody
they're like the super fan. It's like it would be like if like the biggest nerd was something like that. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Hey. So no. I gotta. But there's a. Listen. I got good news, and I got bad news. The good news you probably already heard. The billhooks kaput.
Char is gonna love that when he gets out.
Well, he probably knows because what's left of him is in there with him.
He'll be fine.
Char is going to be very upset with us.
But the bad news... Okay, so the reason that's happened, you may know, is that the... I don't know what happened. The ministry turned on them. It was...
no way.
They had a deal, and apparently that deal went bad. But... This is the bad news, and this is why I got to see Beryl and, Amalia, my sweetheart. I don't know what happened to you, but where you are, but you're in trouble.
She'll be okay. We'll let her in.
Okay. The thing is, they're still looking for 3 people who sound very much like you. I mean, look at you. You're a mountain.
Yeah, that's fair.
And there's not a lot of people who are always damp.
True.
So, I'm just saying, they're not done. Like, they haven't given up. There's somebody... listen, nobody knows you're
part
here.
Of the business.
You're fine. Okay. I just want you to know that they ain't given up yet. But it's okay. I'm on your side. You got me looking out for you.
We appreciate the warning. Clap him on the shoulder.
He looks at it. He's like, I'm never going to wash this shoulder again.
Please wash that shoulder again.
I would suggest...
You're extra strong. What happened? Those hands.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry about it.
No, it's so good.
You're not wearing your gloves?
Not in the car. Like, I'll wear the gloves and put them in the coat pocket.
Even if you were
with my kids, but they're
even if you were wearing them, they're extra heavy and meaty and strong. You're like, oh, you're so strong. You have such big muscles.
I would suggest that the next time you come visit us, you shower not only your shoulder, but the rest of you as well.
I don't think I know you. But, if you're with them, you must be so great.
You don't need to know me. I just need to know that smell and how I wish it was not here anymore.
I get it. I'm gone. But just remember, 12 is your buddy.
We'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
So, he slides out the front door and he's gone.
That was 12s. He's cool.
Are they?
So this was one of those things that occurred while Rhodes was off having an entire existential crisis. So he's very lost. And so he's just kind of looking at Beryl like, the Ministry of what?
So I'm going to catch Rhodes up real quick on how the bill hooks were sort of a little bit of the muscle for the Ministry, licking the correct boots, and we pinned a massive high-profile mess on them that got the Ministry real mad, and we sort of turned them against each other.
And that. But why do they know that you were involved?
So it was high profile. That was kind of the intention, and we tried to deflect a bit, but there's only so much one can deflect that kind of stuff.
That's fair.
It's basically because our friends, and he like looks at Barrow and goes, we're over ambitious without somebody around to sort of tether their what's the right word?
Violent tendencies.
Enthusiasm, I think, is a good word.
Enthusiasm.
Yeah, there was probably an issue of enthusiasm, but again, like
This
it was
is
kind of intentional.
This is one of the reasons that since I've been back, I've been more and more concerned about everyone listening to Avmalia and not their own heads.
Barrel's kind of gonna like
plenty of terrible decisions without Malia involved.
Yes, but Avmalia was.
And Rhodes is specifically thinking about the boat and the hand of whatever.
Kotar,
yeah, none of y'all were here when
was
Barrel was threatening someone, and Avmalia is just like, "Do it, let the hate flow through."
Right, exactly, and that's and Wythe is like, Avmalia seems to tend to instigate more things than is necessarily safe for our continued survival. Her obsession with the ledger above anything else seems to be, at least to me, and in my humble opinion, troublesome.
We all have our vices.
Yes,
says the one who is presently obsessed with demon studies.
Right.
Oh yeah, does Rhodes know that I made a deal with a demon yet?
No.
Has Rhodes asked about my inhumanly large fists?
Hopefully at some point, if he could ever pay attention.
Rhodes has been looking at your hands. He's concerned. They look like they're swollen.
They've also kind of got a little bit of the thing from the Fantastic Four going on.
Yeah. So he's been concerned, and he probably oh, dang it. Am I back?
You're a little ravioli here and there.
Okay. All right. That's unfortunate. So, like, Rhodes has probably by now noticed that there's something up with your hands, but, like, I feel like Beryl has probably not let the doc have a look at them. So, like, every time he catches sight of them, he's been kind of like, how do I, like, broach this topic and or, like, snatch the gloves off your hands and, like, get to work?
Yeah, at the base, I probably have the gloves off, and they're just much larger and kind of rocky texture. But the moment that we go out, I do kind of like tuck them.
Okay.
So like, I am hiding them from my family of note.
Okay. Right. Completely in a terrible person way. You are hiding them from your family.
In which case, Rhodes has been questioning whether or not he might have actually snagged you at some point in one of his fugue states and like used his balm on your hands. And he's like, I don't actually know, I didn't do it. So like, I have concerns, but I don't know how to broach them. On that note, Rhodes is going to suggest that he's going to go, so we have some unwanted attention. Best way to avoid that is to get out of town briefly. And I have an idea for that. There's supposed to be a shipment coming in of something interesting that we can intercept. I'm certain we can do it.
Or we could perhaps go up to the ministry and ask them what we could do to make ourselves useful and forgiven.
Well, if they don't know exactly who did it, if we go to them, we're right in their hands.
They know exactly who's done it. They know Barrow, Char, and Avmalia. And by association, the entire company is to blame.
And then we've literally walked into their
Right, they have right. Wait, so if 12s comes
I'd rather not give myself over to be crushed.
All right.
Oh.
So, no doubt, they'll catch us eventually, but I don't want to walk into their hands and them go, 1, 2, well, where's the third?
I'm just suggesting a course of action that leads to us perhaps taking the place of the billhooks and doing the deeds that need to be done for someone who is much more qualified to run this city.
If I may offer a counterpoint, the ministry sucks and is full of nerds.
Additionally, our present allies are firmly opposed to the ministry, and I'd rather continue fostering good relationships with them.
I understand. It's just who's next into the prison system, I wonder. First it was me, then it was Char. Which one of you is willing to throw yourselves upon the blades of Ironhook?
Out of character, probably your third character.
Yeah, I mean, I'll make another character and then be like, I'm time to go to jail, everybody.
Also, remember, we do have gang members now, so if we really want to be ruthless, we can send them instead.
But don't you just lose that entirely if you do that? Like, you don't...
Depends on the specific entanglement.
Right. I just mean, like, I'm not... Hey, look, an upgrade. Never mind. Junk
it. Eat it into the trash.
Yeah, who needs it? Put them in jail. Yeah, no, I mean, this is... as Rand personally agrees with you 100%.
Wythe is obviously going to be a little...
But yeah, Wythe is still feeling his moments.
And not only that, but Wythe is also, like, been away and sees... in his mind, because he's like obsessed and haunted, he sees Avmalia and like their interactions having untowardly large amounts of influence on all of you. Because he leaves and then all of a sudden like Rhodes goes off the deep end and like Bart's half demon and it's just like a whole bunch of this shit. And he's like, this is not what happened.
Yeah. Like we talked about how Avmalia is a threat, and the only one who recognizes it is the person who's kind of on the out of the group.
Right, and that's what I'm playing here. If it's not clear, but Wythe in his mind has figured out who has murdered his sister and has now moved on to something else, which is why is the gang that I'm part of falling to pieces and doing stupid shit, and the damp girl who tells Bart to like take deals with devils and like sucks half of a bar into the ocean is kind of going to be the way that... So anyway, I understand that you guys all got that. I just wanted to make it clear that that's what was happening. I'm not trying to be obnoxiously...
Just as a clarifier to the group and the audience.
Right. Well, of course, this is Rhodes and Company, and we are together in all things. And he sort of like tilts his head and looks at all of you in the eyes. So, if there's something that needs to be acquired for your further studies, that is, of course, of the utmost importance, not only to me, but to everyone. I'm just suggesting we make less enemies.
And once I've acquired this object and moved it along, I am certain we will have earned someone entirely more important than the ministry.
Yes. The religion, of course.
And he gives this really thin smile that I can't produce right now. But like Rhodes does that.
Perfect. I love it.
Good enough.
I love thin smiles. I can't do them, but they're one of my favorite.
I can't. My face is not shaped for that.
I know, yeah. It's like,
My face is not shaped for thin anything. Womp womp.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. So I have a question out of character. Is this Forda and through Forda Rhodes proposing a score? I'm all into that if that's what it is. So,
Yes.
out of character, just because I don't remember this, but I'm totally down with running with it, 100%. Was there something that we had talked about, or was there you just wanted to do intercept a shipment? Either is totally fine.
You had mentioned at some point that the Circle of the Flame had sent some people out, and we know that they're probably on their way back. If they've been successful in what Rhodes thinks they've been, he wants to intercept them before they make it back.
And we do have that cop boat now.
We have the cop boat. We have a lot of things going for us.
Okay, so
has anybody ever seen the Western? And you probably haven't. War Wagon with John Wayne and Kirk Douglas.
I have consumed very little media.
I mean,
anyway, very few westerns.
No, I know.
I probably have, but I'm sure that I've forgotten.
Anyway, so right, John Wayne's whatever the greatest hero of all time, all the time in every story that he's in. But this is like
in the story, yeah.
Right, he gets the gang. No, not the real person.
No. Marion Morrison was a dickhead. Yeah. Yes. So anyway.
Yeah. John Wayne, gets sent to jail. Blah blah blah, because he had gold on his land. Anyway, he gets like a crew together, and they like ride down and trap this war wagon because it has like metal plating and like a Gatling gun on it, and it's like they transport gold in it. Anyway, that's what I was imagining. We're all
basically
horses and like try and stop this wagon with ghosts and like tree branches in the road and be like, well, here we are, everybody, give us.
Well, we're not gonna physically stop them. We've got a cop boat, so they gotta pull over, and then I jump on and punch them with my massive fist.
So I would suggest
that's like a terrible idea. I hate it.
It is probably a good idea before you plan this score.
I assure you that was not me planning.
Not planning, because this is Blades in the Dark, and we don't plan.
Yeah.
But before we set up
we find
the
our
score, right, I feel like there might be some worthwhile gather informations that you could do.
Oh, yeah.
And so, I mean, White turns to the crew and is like, if the good doctor's idea is what everybody is more interested in than my suggestion, then I suggest we gear up for an ambush. And he's going to set his tea and saucer down and just like put his arms behind his back, Morpheus from Matrix style, except they stick out way farther than any humans can possibly do. And he can sort of wrap them around himself again. I try not to look at your faces when I describe this stuff because it cracks me up because everyone's like, and then he just walks out. And I'm definitely going to gather some info on this thing.
I can't remember how much time you said they had been gone, but I do distinctly remember you said they should be returning soon.
I think I think they've been gone a while.
We need to get.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just survey, or study whatever feels right.
So, tell me what you're trying to do. First of all, how you're gathering the information.
Right. So, I mean, for wife, it's more about. Now, these people are is this the circle? Who are these people?
Circle of Flame.
Right, okay. So, yeah, it's much more about surveying, studying, like hangouts and places that the Circle of Flame sort of inhabit the church or whatever that they are a part of, and hanging out there and listening for news of or updates on where this item could be, or if they've heard anything from the crew that was sent out yet.
So the Circle of Flame. Actually, why doesn't Rhodes fill us in on who the Circle of Flame is? What they're about?
Rhodes would remember, but I am blanking right now.
Okay, that's fair.
All I remember is that they're interested in how the spirit light interacts with the body and all that jazz.
So the Circle of Flame is specifically a secret society of antiquarians and scholars who also do some. I know this will surprise everyone, given that we're in Doskvol. They do some fucked up shit as well.
Weird.
I know, right? They are typically interested in artifacts and treasures from outside the lightning barrier, in particular from within the Lost District. And especially, they are looking for the remains of an ancient sorcerer, demon, whoever this person was, named Kotar.
Okay.
So they are so Rhodes knows where like their special collections are, like libraries and all of that. However, Rhodes is a little bit persona non grata with them, and which is the thing.
Right, that's what I was going to say. This is the crew that kicked you out because they were your original purveyors, and you were like, "Give me these items,"
and that's
like,
why I want their stuff.
Right, exactly. No thanks, I'm good. You can leave now, little crazy man.
Okay. Mothman.
Yeah,
Mothman.
It was more like the worst part is it's more like you don't make enough money and you don't have enough clout. We are doing the exact same stuff. You're just not important enough.
Rude. Let's take them down.
Rude.
Yeah, it's all very classist, to be sure.
I bet you're not even published yet.
In Doskvol, classism? Oh, no way! All right. Anyway.
That's so weird.
So
that's the goal.
So
Rhodes would know where to send you to like keep an eye on certain.
All right.
Because there are some people he'd know who to shake down. Would he be able to shake those people down? Probably not.
I mean, White doesn't shake people down. He just like watches them
Spookily
creepily.
stares at them.
Yeah.
All right.
And then,
I'll shake someone down for you.
And then if he wants to, he'll get in a fist fight with them. But like he's much less into that than he is looking them straight in the eyeballs and be like, I really want White to turn into a vampire, and then this will be even creepier.
I feel like I would want to help out in this, but in a ghostly manner, where I ask ghosts if there have been any weird echoes.
So this is just a fortune roll, right? This is a fortune roll because it's not like a risky controlled sort of thing. So let's first see what Wythe can learn with his study or survey.
Is there one of those that would make more sense to you?
Study a person. I'm just reading what it says. Study a person, document, or item with close scrutiny. Gain a deeper understanding. Do research. Survey a location or situation to understand what's going on. Sense trouble before it happens. Gather information about opportunities or exploits. I think survey probably makes the most sense.
Right. That's
just based on your description. You can do whichever you want. But
no, I know. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going to get penalized if I decided
it's a fortune roll, so you can literally it's whatever you want.
Yep. Ooh, okay, 3.
So based on that, you get incomplete information with no follow-up questions. You know that they went to the Lost District and that they took a land route because it's just outside the lightning barrier.
Okay. And that's it. Cool. Because, no questions or anything.
That said, that's what happens when you get 2 3s.
Yeah, I know.
You have a map of Doskvol, and you can see where the Lost District is. So it's not that bad.
No, I mean I know where the Lost District is myself, as
Right.
like Rand does.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
But there was talk about going out on rails or whatever, or cop boats, and I was like,
yeah. Well, no, we need to talk to the
The boat was
Silvernails.
mostly a way to get around the barriers to get us out there, but
if we needed to.
yeah.
We need to talk to the Silvernails and borrow some of their ghost-eating horses. Okay.
So
that's my gather information. So whatever anybody else wants to do.
Do y'all feel like you have enough information to set up your plan? Because all you need is the detail for the plan.
So like my D&D roots are like strangling me right now because I'm like, that's hardly enough to go on.
So
but also I really want to get into this.
Yeah. So here is my thought. And this is just by way of suggestion. The 4 of you will decide. Not the 5 of us, the 4 of you. It's not occult or deception or social. If it's assault, you're defining the point of attack or ambush, right?
Yes.
Stealth is entry point, and that doesn't quite make as much sense. Transport is route and means, and that feels like the inverse. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? In some way, but it's kind of the inverse of what you're doing here.
I mean, the assault for me would be the main point because we're going to ambush them, right? So that would be what we did.
So, do violence to a
makes
target.
Sense to me.
Yeah. You're not carrying people or cargo through danger. Yeah. So where do you intend to ambush them?
We could also do a cult if we wanted to have the Whisper sort of leap us, like ghost veil us in front of them or something. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, assault seems to be... Yeah.
That's a way that you... Sure. I mean, to be sure, any can work for your goal of get the item from them.
Right.
It's that you're already leaning towards ambush, but you can certainly do a whole bunch of different things. Like, you could legitimately think of a way to do it absolutely via deception or social. Like, those are legit plans.
Yeah. Anybody else have ideas about what they would like to see from the crew here?
Kim?
So, like, on the one hand, as much as assault makes sense, I almost want to really lean heavy into, like, the arcane power side of things, but, like, also, we only have one Whisper with us tonight, and we'll probably die.
And we can always do the assaults and then throw ghosts.
True. I mean, don't you have a ghost in a bottle?
I have no, but
I'm
I've
a ghost in a
That's
bottle,
exactly
baby. Sorry.
I have compel. I can bring ghosts into the.
So yeah, I think the point of attack then, so we don't belabor the point too much, is outside the lightning barrier before the convoy enters into Doskvol.
Yeah.
So you're going outside the lightning barrier.
Look, we've been threatening to do this.
We have been wanting to do this for ages.
Yes.
We're gonna steal another bigger ship to do it. Let's do this.
I mean,
Char
I'm a
was
little
angry
miffed that they took a land route, but because now I can't use that cool boat we stole.
But we can still use the boat.
So yeah, originally, just as a reminder to, because it's been a while, and to the audience, you stole the boat so that you could get into the Lost District without having to cross through this lightning barrier, because you really didn't want to walk through it.
What I'm saying is we use and this can be a flashback and we don't need to dwell on it too much. I don't want to, but we use the boat as the escape route that we have set up for when we leave. I mean, that
makes sense. Instead of running back towards the city, run to the boat that we.
Right. I mean, we ambush. Yeah, we ambush.
Like, where are they going?
We ambush, and by we I mean Bart turns into a big giant demon and like tackles the wagon by himself, and then he takes the thing, and then we run. That's my idea. It's an assault. You know, it would be better if we were doing it with.
So yeah, my real question is: Are you doing it inside or outside the lightning barrier? That's the main thing, because it will affect the engagement roll.
100% outside.
Yeah.
Okay, it is like I said earlier. The four of you are the ones that decide.
If Char's never going to get to be outside, I might as well have one of my characters be outside the lightning barrier.
I'm not telling you it's a good or bad idea.
This does also allow us to be a little bit loud, and nothing will come like immediately. Like obviously, heat will generate. But
outside, you mean other than the bears that are possessed by ghosts and the ghosts?
Yeah, those are fine.
And the panthers that are possessed by ghosts.
And the ghosts that are possessed by panthers.
Well, those are the scariest ones.
Ghost schmoes. Who cares? Let's
wait,
go.
wait.
I can punch ghosts now. Let's go.
I just want to point out.
Are you saying?
Are you saying there are ghost cougars outside the lightning barrier?
Yep.
Yes, I am.
See,
you say that like it's a surprise.
It's a joke because of one of my friends who is in chat right now.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say technically they're called panthers, but cougar panther.
I was intentionally
also solid point. Ghost bears.
Yes, those are real. They're scary as shit. All the things that are possessed by ghosts.
True story. The words that we have for bears in quote-unquote known language like Latin and ancient Germanic and all of that are euphemisms because the old words they had, they were afraid it would summon them, like calling Bloody Mary. So they made up words for the brown ones because whatever the original words were, they were so scared shitless of bears that they stopped using. We've lost these words. Yeah. Because people were so scared. Because bears are that scary on their own. Now possess them by ghosts.
I mean, as somebody who used to live in an area that was populated largely by bears and very few humans, I will tell you that bears are extremely scary, and you don't fuck around with bears.
As someone who was visited by a bear in her tent when she was 7, they are indeed very scary.
Yeah. I was mostly making a joke about if Beryl dies.
Oh,
but like
I was making a joke about bears, but that's a whole other thing. Anyways, a different bear entirely. All right, so number of dice. Let's see. Is this operation particularly bold or daring? Hell yes, it is.
Nah. I wish we could get 2 for that.
Yeah.
18 dice, please.
Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many? You're waiting for them to show up and you're going to kill them. There's no
hide with the ghosts and punch someone.
I mean, I think we don't need to kill them. I feel like
we just need to get the thing and run.
Yeah. It's a stick up.
I just want to.
Stick up's the wrong word.
Y'all can figure out for yourselves what the potential consequences are.
Not when wife is there.
Does the plans detail, which is outside the lightning barrier, as your plans detail, expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? Yes, of course it does.
It's scary out there.
Do they have particular defenses or special preparations? I don't think so.
I don't think anyone was expecting to be ambushed outside of the lightning barrier.
Well, at least not by people from... Not by people coming out of the city, yeah.
Once you get within a certain parameter, it's like, all right, we're safe now. Haha, pranked.
Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
Silver nails.
Silver nails.
Every now and then I get a silver nail.
What?
And I get in my eyes. Oh, sorry.
No.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know what just happened.
I don't either.
The party began.
Like I know Bonnie Tyler, but I don't understand the silver nail connection. Just every time somebody says silver nails, I think of that Christmas Carol that I hate.
Here's what happened. The last time we played this game was in 2019. It's now 2020.
Fair. Okay.
I've burned through any sanity for this year already, everybody. So this is what you get, and I apologize.
We're making a new meta.
So tell me about how you're getting help from the silver nails.
So they are a group of people that are known to travel from the city into the Lost District back and forth.
Right.
And this is like their thing. And so we get help in however, there's lots of different ways.
We could offer a favor for a favor.
Right. But they are going to help us get through the lightning barrier at least the first time. And then, in my imagination, clear out like a a ghost ring around us so that there's not like a harvester anywhere near us when we do this, because we don't really want to deal with harvesters.
Yeah, I can attune.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't mind like attuning hardcore to the ghost field.
I mean, that's what you're gonna. Yeah, I mean, in my mind, White is gonna stand out in the middle of the road and try and make them stop, and then you all are gonna do from the side ghosts and
Well, let's not overplan.
buses. I'm not. I'm just saying this in
So,
my mind.
Sure.
White
So,
is the Scarlet Pepper now.
are any enemies or rivals... So I gave you that dice. Are any enemies or rivals interfering in the operation? And I need to check real quick the faction sheet for something.
Yeah, we're not
Yeah,
at war with the Ministry yet. So
Not who-
And that
Negative
Nerix
two.
file, wherever could it be?
Wherever could it be?
Where?
it's at the bottom of the ocean. Everybody, don't worry, it's not bad.
So I will tell you, because your characters will know this.
Yeah.
The Spirit Wardens control access into and out of the Lost District. And you are on negative terms with them.
Yep.
You're not at war with them, but you are on negative, non-neutral terms with them. So yes, there's a loss of a die there. Which just means if it turns out y'all are in a bad situation, then maybe that's part of why.
Right.
Yeah.
Are there any other elements to consider? A lower tier target could give you an extra die. A higher tier target gives you one less die. Maybe there's a situation that makes the operation more or less tricky.
I mean, we're outside the barrier with all the terrible things. All our preparation has been good, but like,
I'm going to say that y'all have done a lot of, like, if it was just out of the blue, let's go in the Lost District, woohoo, then that would be different. Y'all have done a lot of stuff to prepare for this.
Did a bunch of
Rhodes
prep
has
work.
done
Boat,
projects.
We have Demon Bomb. I mean,
Yeah, no, I'm not going to think away
Oh
die
yeah.
for that.
Bart has
Also-
been less entertaining of the idea of demon balm on the hands.
There.
Also, Char doesn't fucking shut up about.
Okay, here we go.
about
I'm
it.
making the
I'm just
engagement
saying.
roll.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
We
6,
got
baby.
six.
It's a 6.
Yay!
Well, good result. You are in a controlled position when the action starts.
so like, what I'm hearing is we managed to get past the spirit.
You did get past that literally,
Yeah.
that's exactly what that means. You got
Right.
past the Spirit Wardens. The Silver Nails helped you get past them.
Yep.
Um,
And so,
go ahead.
let's decide our load.
Thank you, my friend, because I always forget.
Yes, that's important.
Yes. What is your load?
Hey, we're going
Normal.
outside, right?
You're going
Yes.
outside the lightning
Yes.
barrier.
I'm going normal.
So we are going heavy.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Rhodes
if you don't
going
need to
heavy.
run,
I mean,
Well,
if-
it's not
if
even.
we're
It's not even
Yeah.
that you don't need to run. It's that you don't care if anybody knows that you're on a
Sees us.
mission, because if you're going outside the lightning barrier, no matter what you're doing, people are like, oh, they're doing something.
yeah.
doesn't heavy like
I thought heavy impeded your
No,
ability
that's
to move.
encumbered. You can so if let's say that you're at heavy, you're slower, you look like an operative on a mission, then encumbered would do a specific. You
So
can't do
you
anything
get-
except move very slowly.
heavy wouldn't like affect move speed, air quotes. It would more like affect travel times.
I think it affects like social. I would say it doesn't actually provide a lot of details. I would say that it would affect social things. So like if you're heavy and you roll up into like a church, people are gonna be like, what? And if you're light and people see you going out to the lighting district, they're like, oh, they're committing suicide. I see.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, if it doesn't physically slow me down, I'm going heavy.
Yep.
I'm,
Heavy.
I'm looking like
So
a
I can-
tank.
Yep. So
Yeah,
I can actually
you're
wear
not
armor.
sneaking around. So okay.
Okay.
222. So you are in a controlled position.
Hey.
So yeah, so you have seen maps of the Lost District, and you kind of positioned yourself on one of the main thoroughfares that is in. So the Lost District again is the part of the city that, when they built the second lightning barrier, was left outside and abandoned. So this area, think of any post-apocalyptic movie you've ever seen with burned out houses and ruins and
ash in the streets.
Ash in the streets, exactly. And out of the corner of your eye. So just living in Doskvol, you're accustomed to like the occasional phantasm in the corner of your eye from the ghost field. Everybody's used to that. Out here, it's not phantasms exactly in the corner of your eye. There are things moving among the ruins. So you are all set up in your ambush position just outside the lightning barrier. You can hear the bzzz, bzzz, the wall of light behind you. Right, Jesse?
Yep.
That's exactly what it is. And you see this expedition returning. You can recognize, and Rhodes, you in particular, recognize them as members of the Circle of Flame. They look a bit ragged, but worse for wear. There's maybe a dozen of them. They are carrying, in addition to like their packs or whatever, and they have one of those black goats with the 6 horns and 6 eyes that the cabbies use. Mm-hmm. They have one of those, and it is pulling a cart that is indeed heavily armored. Like it's like a carriage, actually. You can see it's like reinforced and plated and all of these things. They don't notice you.
So this is flashback to Wythe picking out and finding a spirit warden's entire outfit, the mask included.
Is that Oh, that's from the score that we did, right? Or is this a regular flashback?
No, this is just a regular flashback.
Okay.
This is...
All right.
I'll pay a coin for it if I need to.
I'm just listening to you describe the flashback.
Okay, sure. So yeah, Wythe is like, okay, how are we going to get them to stop, right? Because it's going to be like this heavily. So he has find cover identity that he has used before, and he's going to use it again as sort of an inspector for the spirit wardens. And he is going to step out in front of them using the find cover identity and subterfuge supplies to make himself look like an official member of like the spirit wardens. And he's going to stand there with like papers out in his hand and like halting oncoming traffic. And this is kind of like he is going to try and get them to stop and put themselves in a position where demolitions could have been set up or something. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Ghosts are waiting in bottles. Who knows? Everybody?
So you don't need a flashback to do that. You're just using your load on this fine cover identity.
I just
it's fine. We're working through it. No.
Okay.
If it's a flashback, I would love to piggyback off of.
But we don't need. But he's got
wreck an area.
But he's got the. You can absolutely do a flashback to wreck the area, 100%. But just for this first piece, he doesn't need Wythe doesn't need a flashback for this. Wythe has the load for it.
Right. So then, if that's not, I would like to use sway then to sort of give myself the disguise and the bluff and bearing of someone who needs to be paid attention to, and like
perfect
halt here.
I'm so into this.
Sorry to bog it down. Can somebody remind me of flashback rules for people who don't have special?
No, basically, you tell me what the thing that you want to have already done is, and as long as it doesn't contradict established fiction, like it's not like an actual retcon, like, oh, this didn't happen, that happened, that can't be done, but, oh, I was prepared for exactly this moment. You describe how, and I tell you that it's going to cost 0 to 2 stress depending on the situation. have already done it.
So my flashback is that I've wrecked the area that they will pass through, such that it's enticing to spirits. So they're going to have some stuff to wade through.
That also sort of like hamstrings them to go down one specific path as opposed to options.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
So redirecting them towards this one location.
Yes.
Also, I am in one of the perpendicular streets. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So first thing, let's deal.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to do my thing.
I think this is a setup. I think my suggestion, Rhodes, is that's a setup roll of how much, because you're not just wrecking it like with bombs. You said specifically something about ghosts, right? So tell me what it is you're doing about ghosts.
Okay, so thanks to my ghost ward, I know how to wreck an area with arcane substances and methods so that it's either anathema or enticing to spirits. So I'm doing the latter.
Okay. Excellent. I didn't realize you had ghost. Perfect.
Making a fun.
Yes. So this is going to be I think this should be a setup, is my thought. And what that is anyone who follows through on the setup gains +1 effect level or improved position for their roll.
You're welcome. Why?
So this wreck, you're in a controlled position. I'm going to say it's going to have standard effect. Normally, I would say if you didn't have Ghost Ward, that would be limited to 0 effect. But this ability, I think, lets you do that thing. So, let's just get a controlled standard roll and see what that looks like. A 5. All right. Excellent. So, that reminds me.
Uh-oh.
That's
You'll
all
love to hear it.
I love the voice. Oh, it reminds me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, how'd that last bit go?
Yeah, no, there's a thing there that y'all have some pending entanglements.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like 2 ghosts.
Two
Like 2
unquiet
ghosts.
dead
Hey.
entanglements because you didn't want the other one. You didn't want the
It was
the
the
demons.
heat. And somebody was like, yo, let me do it because they're ghosts and I'll just dance with them all night. That was...
That's a funny way
That's a
to.
pretty good Jesse impression.
Jesse only picked
Got it.
one of those.
Yes. It's true.
It's true.
It's true.
So you're going to get the setup, but you are going to have a. This is controlled. So
Yep.
you can either withdraw and try a different approach, or you can say, no, I'm going to take this 5. You do it with a minor consequence.
I'll take the 5. Why would I say
So
no?
fine, I'm just saying. So
Because
I
you want to roll for that 6.
I'm just saying.
From what? I would have to do something
Gambling.
So here's the consequence, and of course you can choose to resist it or you can change your mind. That's totally fine because that's what controlled means. You're in control of the situation. You realize as you are. Tell me first of all, give us a little bit of the fiction. What does it look like with you setting up these arcane substances to entice spirits?
Okay, so thanks to all this time spent with eyes and of Molly, Rhodes has been learning a number of things about this ghost field and all that jazz. So he's like, okay, so I'm going to take some of this oil and this fancy weird powder that they gave me. I still haven't determined what's in it, but that's what's going into this, paint that he's pretty much using to inlay around places.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I have an idea.
Making use of some of those rune patterns that we also learned.
The rune patterns of the skin that help repel the ghosts, we reverse manufacture some.
But in reverse.
Repelling ghosts, it attracts ghosts.
So you're going to flip it and reverse it?
Yes, we are.
We might even go and search it.
I love all of you.
Ran is dying. Look at them.
Yes.
Okay.
I help out in this house. No, I'm right with you. I'm right with you, Forta.
So,
right with you, Rose.
anyways, as this is happening, you get the feeling, that creeping feeling, that it's not just the ghosts of the Lost District that are here, but it might be some that are more familiar and recent.
Unfortunate.
That you have brought with you somehow.
No.
So you watch Rhodes' entire mane of hair just start to fluff and stand on end.
Yeah. But I'm just going to leave that hanging there for a moment. Now, wife, for your sway, with your +1 setup action here, you are in a controlled... I'm going to say actually... Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. You are in a controlled position still, but you are definitely looking at great, and maybe even a step past great, because you also have your fine equipment effect. So controlled great
6
with a 6 effect extreme. So tell me again a little bit about how Wythe is telling them to stop.
Right. So yeah, it's ridiculous Western.
Yeah.
White steps out behind a conveniently sized rock, and he has a duster on with it pulled up. He's got a big cowboy hat and the spirit mask over him, and just leather jerkin on, and he steps up, and the wind whips across him, and it snaps the coat, and he flutters out the find cover identity, and he sticks his hand out, and he has an obvious pistol or two in his jacket, and he just puts his hand out and stands in the middle of the road. And so if it's a carriage or something with horses or whatever, they it looks like they're not going to stop, and then they do skid, and then Tokyo drift, and the horses stop 2 inches away from his face.
Doskvol drift.
Yep, exactly. And
Doskvol drift, I dig it.
The nostrils of the horses puff out, and it just blows nostril air into White's face, and that's how that works.
Oh my god, that was so good. Extreme Doskvol drift.
Rhodes resists the urge to say anything because he doesn't want to give us away, but he wants to be show off.
I mean, wait, don't we have... What do we have?
Oh!
Hang on, I gotta narrate the effect now.
Bound in darkness.
Yes,
you're gonna waste the stress.
Yeah, you're gonna spend it.
Maybe. He's debating it.
So, I think, yeah, the leader here kind of stops, and he's like, we paid you already. We paid your people. What more do you need? Why? We paid you. We need to get out of here. It has been difficult already, and while I respect your position and your abilities, we wish to be out here no longer than we already have. And he can point, and the lightning barrier is not that far behind y'all. It is clearly visible from here. And they're like, what? We've paid you already. What?
And White, okay, so is this person, so are they sitting on top of the wagon, or are they inside where it's armored?
No, this person is walking. So there's a couple of goats pulling this wagon, but most people are on foot because they're just going through urban ruins.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. And so White steps up, and as we've established before, he's like 6'8", so he's like extremely tall, and he like looks. Well, I don't know how tall this person is, but I assume he looks down.
Yeah, I think of this person as being like my height.
Okay, and he's like, I appreciate you stopping. Not a lot of people honor the badge. And he like taps the papers. Out here in the wilderness, my troop was scouting ahead for unsavory creatures. There was tell of a harvester in the area. And he like stops to pause for the dramatic effect. And if nobody knows what a harvester is literally a ghost who is so hungry for like soul essence that it eats other ghosts and then it absorbs them into its body and it becomes a giant ghost that just has other ghosts swarming up inside of it. And the bigger it is, literally the larger it gets, and they turn into like these giant monstrosities that like in the Lost District can be as big as like tall as a building, and like they're just ridiculous huge things. Anyway,
You can deal with one of those. It's fine.
yeah, no, I know. But yeah, so he's like, my group was wiped out by a harvester in the nearby ruins, and I'm here alone. I've been walking. Luckily, I found the road, but I need to commandeer your wagon to get this location of the danger to my brethren. And he like reaches out a hand and sets it on this dude's shoulder and squeezes it. He's like, it's imperative for the safety of all of us that I reach my destination quickly, or I wouldn't have stopped you.
I appreciate your difficult situation, and we mourn your loss with you. But this wagon carries more than we can simply hand over. Instead, and he gestures, and two people, they're wearing like gas masks, sort of like steampunk gas masks, and leather aprons and heavy gloves, and like these two assistants may follow you and provide backup instead, as we are almost to safety.
But I require the speed of your wagon. I don't need people to follow me. I need the speed of your goats. And he like slaps one of like his arm reaches back, and you don't think it would be able to reach the goat, but it goes, and like he smacks the side of the goat.
The goat is not actually that perturbed, because these goats are like specially bred or whatever. I mean, as I said, they're like the
6 horns and 6 eyes. Yeah,
and they're all black. It's like those Hebridean sheep.
Yep.
Yeah,
like the size of horses.
They're like the black silky chicken.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
It's an all black chicken, like including the organs. It's an entirely black chicken.
Very pretty and metal.
It's amazing.
Metal as fuck.
It's amazing.
Is it? Okay.
All right. So, and he goes over, and he's like, wait here for a moment. And he's looking around. He's very nervous, and all of you can start to feel kind of your hair standing. It's not just Rhodes' hair who's kind of standing on end. Like, this place is charged, not just with tension, but with electroplasmic energy. And he's fiddling with the back of the wagon. And you see him slide out 2 iron bars. I mean, you did roll a 6.
Yes.
And there's this heavy metal strongbox that comes out, and it's like he extends out these, in addition to the 2 rails that were just like closing the door, like these sliding rails that go down to the ground to slide down this strongbox. And he's like, we are very close. We will have to simply push the strongbox to the barrier, and gestures for you to take the wagon. That's all you're getting out of that 6. But you did get extreme effects. So
right, and so Wythe Like, you don't see it because he's wearing a spirit mask, but his eyes go wide, like, oh shit. Okay. So
That worked. What?
Yeah. He climbs up on top of the wagon, and he just like whoosh, whips it and is gonna just take off with it.
Does he whip it good?
Yep, he whips it real good.
Is he wearing a flower pot on his head
now?
Yep.
Yes,
yeah. He has a segmented flower head. Yep.
You gave us a goat wagon.
Excellent. Okay, so how many people now? Like you said, 12. Like
There's still 12. They're all there. They're just letting wife take the wagon.
Yep.
okay.
Yeah. Wythe is like, I'm going to take this wagon and park it somewhere and then just wait for you guys.
I'm assuming that like he's getting like around the corner out of sight.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, but y'all can see clearly, in addition to them carrying their packs, right? There's this strong box kind of on rollers, like on one of those little pallets that's got casters on the bottom. Although it's in the middle of this old, burned out district of the city, and they start moving along. What do you do?
Okay, so we have made this area super attractive to ghosts.
And you definitely know that there are ghosts in the area.
I want to attune to the ghost field and force the strongest ghost I can sense to obey me.
Wow.
So, remind me specifically your special. You have compel.
I'm using compel.
Okay.
I can force a nearby ghost to appear and obey a command I give it. I am not supernaturally terrified by this ghost.
Although your allies may
be.
That's specifically what it says.
Wythe is way gone. He's like, my part is pretty much over. You guys take it from here.
Just driving the goat to our boat.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Hey, wait.
So
I
give me a
will
boat goat.
spend some stress on this, and Rhodes is gonna call the wife and say, "Don't go too far. We'll need that to transport this box. It's a little bigger than I anticipated."
Okay.
Oh, is that with your bound in darkness?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do I need to
right.
spend? I can't remember if we decided it was like a call and response.
I think we decided to treat it like message in D&D, and like you can respond to this message.
Okay.
Once, not like a conversation, but
right,
like a
for sure.
Like a
Yep. Wythe responds with, "Of course, I'll be around. I just want to get far enough away so they don't suspect anything."
So, you are compelling a nearby ghost to appear before you.
Oops. Sorry. It's fine. We're all good. We're fine.
I won't look. I don't know what it is. I won't look.
It's fine. It's nothing. It's describing what compelled
us. It's just the ability.
Oh, okay. I was like, are they rolling dice already?
No, not yet.
Okay, this is fine. This is good. This is real good. Yeah. So you're in a controlled position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your effect will be standard, I think, but yeah. So let's go with that. Controlled standard.
Okay. I'm gonna devil's bargain it.
So does anybody want to offer to devil's bargain? Otherwise, I will.
Yeah,
I
Rhodes
will
is
definitely.
Rhodes is fucking terrified of this ghost. That would be my devil's bargain. Like whatever you summon, Rhodes looks at it and is like,
I think that's gonna happen anyway because I know exactly what I'm describing.
Okay, never mind then.
So my devil's bargain is that as you see this thing, you're not scared of it, but you feel this sudden empathy for it. And you don't want it to fall to any harm.
I mean, it's a ghost. It's gonna be okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I become ghost mom.
Yes.
Aren't you already?
That is my devil's bargain.
So,
but especially hard.
So is it like you have like some sort of compulsion to protect the ghost.
Yes.
Don't do it.
So
don't do it. Don't do that.
That could be. That's giving me a lot of permission. I'm just saying. A lot. I will suggest another one, which is that I tick your clock. A spirit well surges into reality.
How many ticks does that?
It has 2 ticks left.
Free tick.
Do it.
Why not?
Yeah. Yeet the ghost. Don't have feelings for the ghost, but yeet the ghost, and then you know what? Other ghosts show up.
Yeet some more ghosts. Just yeet them everywhere.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like I'm going to. The more I interact with said ghosts, the more I'm going to empathize with said ghosts.
I mean, that was, on the Let's Play Magpies podcast. The one whisper they have, it like captures ghosts and then releases them into the Deathlands and refuses to do any like harm to them. And
it's like rehabs them.
Yeah, exactly. They're real
like wildlife rehab, wild ghost rehab.
Yep. It's actually pretty interesting, but yeah.
So, question: which devil's bargain are you taking?
I'm taking the. Oh man.
Flip coin.
I think it would be more interesting if I don't know how strongly I want to feel these emotions, but I like the idea of me.
I'm willing, there can be a dialogue on that.
I'm curious. So here's, I want to tell you what I'm thinking about for the future with that, which I say future, like the next little bit, which is that at some point you could try to resist. Like, I'm going to tell you, this is the compulsion that you feel, which you can absolutely choose to resist as a consequence, right? But you would be having to do a resistance roll to resist that.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take Forta's.
Okay, it's a good one.
I think that's very interesting.
So an extra die there, and you're going to be compelled to want to defend said ghost. And again, that compulsion means that at some point I'm going to tell you, you're going to do this, or you can resist, which then you can obviously resist. But I know we have a. Just putting this out there, I know we've talked before about compulsions for the player characters, but I think it sounds like we've kind of negotiated this one in a way that everybody's comfortable. Right, Forta?
Yes.
Because it was your proposal.
We're not possessing them. We're not taking over their mind. It's
right.
just that,
and it's going to be something to defend them.
Up.
It's not going to be something super, but
weird,
creepy.
You know where the safest place for a ghost to be is, though?
In the bottle?
Inside of your body, protected by your own flesh.
Like maybe this goes
like Shaman King style?
Maybe.
So okay, we've got that. Let's.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, this works really. Okay.
Let's get this roll. Let's get onto the roll. I want to see.
No.
So do you want? So that's. Does anybody want to assist?
I don't know how I would assist.
Wythe, yeah, I mean, Wythe is ready to use foresight on this roll. And I think Wythe, and this is. Yeah.
What was the things about Ghost Ward? What was it? Plus what?
Oh, it makes it this particular one is making it enticing to spirits.
Yeah.
Because I have wrecked the area.
But the mechanics of it is.
That is.
Does it do anything?
It just says you wreck an area with arcane substances and methods, so it's either anathema or enticing. So it either brings them in or pushes them away.
It lets you do something. It gives you permission to do something that you otherwise couldn't do.
Right. The reason that I got the die was because it was a setup action.
Thank you. That's what I was.
But I'm gonna use foresight, and I want there to be a scene where you're sewing or doing something in the common room, and like Wythe sits down next to you with like a saucer and a cup of tea. And
I would like to think that it's empty, and I just pour you some.
Okay, that's
fine.
Even
thinking about it.
Sure, absolutely. And Wythe is just kind of like, I understand that I am one of the more difficult people to get along with, but I want you to know that the decisions you make with your powers grant all of us the ability to survive in a place like Doskvol, and I appreciate it. And I want you to know that I have faith in your decision-making abilities now and in the future.
Can I get an extra die in my real life for that pep talk? I felt something moving inside me.
So touched, and at the same time, ooh, wife is gonna hate this decision.
I know this is because Rand.
I feel like this negative one.
Right, because Rand personally was like, "Do not feel anything for the weapon that you're about to unleash on things. It's very dangerous." So this is how Wythe helps by making you feel guilty because Rand doesn't like the decision. Look, my characters and I are intertwined and unhealthily coping with what's happening right now.
So
Hey,
wife is
listen.
helping by like guilt tripping you.
No, Wythe is helping by saying that you make good decisions and he has faith in you. But the reason that he's doing this is because the decision you're about to make is awful.
Yes.
In Rand's mind.
This works out because I feel like with my paranoia from my trauma, I've been taking a step back. And now here's a chance where the Whisper, can like really show off my Whisper powers and like...
Do it. So let's get that roll. So you've got an extra die from this.
I'm going to go hard.
Me
Devil's
too.
bargain.
Me too.
So I'm so nervous.
Critical!
Yeah. I can't believe this worked. I was honestly kind of hoping for like a crash and burn scenario so everything falls apart after everything had gone so well.
No.
But, like, wow.
Curse you, and you
Wow.
want everything to be set on fire.
It's not that I want y'all to... I'm a fan of the
I just wanna
characters.
watch it burn.
I just have... It's that y'all are finally out here, and I've been preparing in my mind for months all these horrors out here. Okay.
We're just too good.
And I just summoned one. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and
Hey,
here
there's
comes one.
so many ways it
straight
could
up.
go way more wrong.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, there's so many ways that this going so well can be so frickin' bad for us.
Yeah. Oh, I'm all about when you succeed, be careful what you wish for. So I'm going to narrate the ghost
They're curled on a
appearing,
monkey's paw.
and then we're going to take a quick break as soon as I narrate the ghost here.
Wait,
What?
can I narrate me summoning this ghost?
Absolutely. You're trying to summon the ghost, because I already know what the ghost is going to be.
Yes.
It's going to be...
Okay.
Y'all are not going to like it.
Oh, I love it already.
I'm gonna love it.
I love it.
It's 12s, and all he wants to do is hang out.
Okay, so
Never mind.
Eyes has been super kind of low key as a Whisper lately, and she just, I would like to think, maybe because it helps and like there's a ghost ward, I don't know. She has her hands on the ground to like feel the spiritual energies through the ground, and her she opens her eyes, and that ring light is a total white now. Like her
Ring light
eyes,
in her eyes, yeah.
the ring light in her eyes has just encompassed her eyes. Like it's just white and glossy, and like you can't see her pupils or her iris at all anymore. They're just glowing. And like actually glowing. Like there's like headlights coming out of her eyes right now.
So she briefly becomes a Scourge Asimar, and it's fine.
Yeah, I'm like
Yes.
picturing kind of like Aang from The Last Airbender. Like,
Yes.
like
She
she's
goes
going
into the
down.
Avatar state.
Yup. She's connected to the spirit realm.
All around you, you start to hear a clickety-clack sound.
Yucky.
Excellent.
Multiple.
No.
And from the buildings around you, plural, you start to see all these old, broken dolls sticking their head out. Some of them are missing an eye. Some of them don't have their hair. Some of them are missing a limb. And there's like dozens of them. And they come walking out. And they come all walking surrounding. There's just surrounding eyes. And they start climbing up on each other. Into like this amalgam of dolls. Into the overall shape is vaguely humanoid, but it's composed of dozens of animated dolls. and they all speak at once. So it's like you're hearing dozens of voices, and they all say, "Command us."
And I'm going to say, "Oh, should I? Ooh, this is gonna be bad."
Do it.
Retrieve that box. Decimate those who aren't us. Decimate.
So
y'all violent.
Thank God they didn't say mama.
I'm just reading the extra description here. You can give it a general or specific command. The more general it is, the more the ghost will interpret it. Your control over the ghost lasts until the command is fulfilled or until a day has passed, whichever comes first. And your command was, tell me again?
Was retrieve the box and decimate those who aren't. Are we close to each other?
No, everybody else is hiding. Like, you're the only one that's visible.
Wythe is gone. Rose and I are hiding.
Maybe not decimate.
But I imagine because we're bound in darkness, we probably at least feel slightly the same across the ghost field.
Retrieve the box, decimate those who are not of us.
Yes. And, like, I'm assuming that I'm connected to my teammates because bound in darkness. But...
All right, well, this is where we're going to take
assumptions could be wrong.
A quick break. I'm going to grab a glass of wine, take care of some business. You all do whatever is similar for you, and we'll be back in 5-10 minutes. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Hello.
But enough about gooses.
But enough about trumpeter swans.
Gooses and mooses. Yes, see?
The Meeson.
So...
The Meeson.
Words mean things.
Eyes has attuned to the ghost field to force a nearby ghost to appear, to retrieve the strongbox, and decimate her enemies. Not her enemies. Anyone who is not one of hers. And she's counting on the bound in darkness to identify those who are hers. But, let's be clear, you got a critical on your... You rolled 5 dice? On your 5-die roll. So, I mean, that's a critical. Like I'm not going to take that away from you. That's a thing. That happened. I can see it. And the ghost that appeared inhabited dozens of old broken dolls all at once who are now moving like birds are relevant here. Like a flock of birds that are individual but somehow coordinating their efforts. It's like that sort of effect.
Like starlings?
Yes.
You are way too excited for that, Jesse.
Listen, when I had to drive to visit Maria and Taryn, we saw a lot of starlings, and they were super cool and like wild.
Eastern starlings. Also, eastern starlings are an invasive species in the United States and should be stomped out of existence.
Can I just point out that Rand knows way more about birds than I expected?
He's not the only one.
Yeah.
The things you could be told about birds.
I can tell you a lot about chickens.
So, however, we'll get back to the thing here. I just wanted to admire our friend and their knowledge. So, wife, from around the corner, you can hear screams as the dolls descend upon the gathered Circle of Flame expedition. It's pretty gruesome. people are being rent apart. But as it's just making its way through them, waiting this composite ghost over to the strongbox, and it lifts it up and is bringing it straight back to you, Jesse. Eyes. And
yes, Jesse the moose is also there.
Right. And it sets down the strongbox in front of you in the dirt, in the burnout road. Meanwhile, it's doing battle with this Circle of Flame expedition, but some of them are holding up, Spirit Bane charms and the like. Beryl, what are you doing as you see all this? And Rhodes?
My eyes are still glowing.
Rhodes is only interested, he's terrified in what is just going down, but, he's not the most stable individual anymore, and he's become pretty reckless, so he's more interested in that box. So that's where he's gonna kind of migrate over to, with the intent to get that box onto the cart eventually and get out.
Okay.
Beryl is currently in a side street, just full linebacker pose, waiting for the chance to ram something if it needs to be rammed, or just carry that box if nothing needs to be rammed.
I'm going to make a fortune roll. I'm going to disclaim decision making here as to how well this is specifically, I'm rolling a fortune roll to see how well the Circle of Flame is able to hold its own against this ghost. Right? So this is a roll on behalf of the Circle of Flame. So let's see. They are tier 3. You are tier 1?
Yes.
But you got a critical. So I'm going to give them 1 die. Because instead of the 2 die they normally that I would have given them. But that's I mean, yeah.
This has been an entire experience.
A 2. They failed.
I'm buzzing.
I'm terrified. When is this going to fall apart?
This rubber band can only bend so far before it snaps back in our faces.
Yes.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. This is great. Everything's cheerio pip pip for us.
You can't lean on your luck stat forever.
I mean, it's a valid tactic.
Trust me, I know. I do it IRL.
They're just tearing them apart. There is gore everywhere. Blood, people screaming, melting.
You say melting?
Yeah, what of it?
Eyes. The ghost turns manager. Back to you and says, Mother.
Oh, God.
We have done as you have compelled. Your enemies are decimated. Your box has been delivered. And you see around them this electrical field starting to spark and fizzle. Mother, we are losing. And there's this multi-pitched screech at decibels no human could hit. As you have lost control now of this ghost. What do you do?
Is this visible? Is this obvious to us that she has... Beryl would like to act. Because this thing is within not just its arm's reach, but Eyes' arm's reach of it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm also going to assume that they're probably talking directly to me.
Yep,
and, no
and you
one
can see the
else.
physical effect. So yep.
And I heard
I would like to sprint in from off screen and tackle it.
Oh, it's giant?
And it's a bunch of
Might be
different
better,
dolls.
sir.
Okay, all right. So
Oh no.
this is gonna be risky.
Oh boy. Oh
No
boy.
shit, eh?
I'm gonna call it risky limited because it's a whole bunch of different physical objects held together by ghost energies.
I can grapple ghosts now.
Okay.
Because I am a ghost fighter.
Yes, fighter.
Also, I'm pushing myself to accomplish superhuman physical stuff,
All that fun stuff.
He's a large gang of ghost fighting, all in one barely mess.
Okay. So you get the extra die from that, and it lets you do a thing you otherwise probably couldn't do. So it's going to let you tackle it as one. Whereas, because you have that gang that act as a gang,
Yeah.
if you didn't have that ability, you would just kind of like run through it and grab a bunch of dolls. So
And I would like to use foresight at this opportunity as well.
tell me about
Flashback
that.
pep talk?
Yeah. So, Wythe, what's Beryl doing when Wythe finds him?
Honestly, most likely this sort of a thing. Like, he's been doing, like, wind sprints outside the cabin a lot. Like, he's been working on his speed.
Doing the high knees and the hit
Yeah.
thing.
Except his hands are freakishly large, so he's like, "Ugh." Yeah.
Yeah.
So Wythe like sits down and crosses his legs on like a stump or a piece of trash nearby, and he watches you do like line sprints. I don't know if anybody ever did those when they were on like sports teams.
Yeah.
Never
Yes.
played sports.
Exactly
No.
that.
Yes. Yeah.
I had to do a lot of it. Anyway, so you're doing line sprints, and after a little while, maybe you stop to take a drink, and Wythe nods at you and he's like, your abilities have grown quite a lot since I've been gone. And he like looks you in the eyes and like uncomfortably stares in your direction. Do you break eye contact with him?
Nah, I feel like Bart's the kind of like maintain eye contact even when it's uncomfortable.
Okay. And so he doesn't look away and he says, when we leave to go into the Badlands or the Deathlands, understand that you will be the protection that we need. And I know you know this, but I'm just reminding you that while we all have our special, unique abilities, yours are truly the most useful in our survival.
Damn.
And it's
And
up to-
yeah, I'm just going to be nodding along, just 100% agreement.
right. And he reaches out.
Eye of the tiger.
Yep. And he reaches out and like puts his freakishly long fingered hand on your very large bicep and gives it like a friendly squeeze and says, just remember to watch out for yourself as well.
Sort of a nod to the side and a little bit less agreement, but sure.
Right.
All
And
right.
then he like says good and like raises his tea and takes a sip and lets you go back to sweating.
So you have pushed yourself. You have an assist. You're able to do some stuff you couldn't previously do, or otherwise do. I mean, that's 2 dice. Because you're pushing yourself, there's no devil's bargain. So let's go for it.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
So
6. You do
I'll
it.
accept it.
You do the thing.
you do the thing.
This is so amazing, and I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Also, like, camera angle here is like Dutch angle behind eyes as the control gets broken, then just here's the demon thing and boom.
Yeah. And there's no sound in this camera shot from actual sound. Like, you just see gigantic barrel somehow tackling a thing that is not just one thing. and the dolls cry out. And you can see them all opening their mouths at once. And the soundtrack that's playing is Danzig, Mother. And they come crashing down, and now they are just thrashing with you. Beryl, tell us how you are subduing them.
So, I am most likely palming several dolls at once, but more so than keeping just the dolls in, these demonic fists of mine have conveyed a level of capacity I did not have before, and I am grabbing the energies that make them up and just compacting them together. I don't really have them in a full waist lock, but arms as wide as I can, trying to control the mass of their body.
Are you saying with arms wide open?
With arms
Yeah.
wide
We're
open.
arms wide open.
This is, I just want to put out, this has been the night of old songs, which is basically how my brain works at all times. It's basically always there's some 90s soundtrack playing in my head.
My school, this band sucks.
Yeah, I'm not saying I actually
I thought
think
Creed was more
Creed
like
is
early
great.
2000s.
No, they were definitely around in the late 90s.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they were
But they were-
definitely, yeah.
Because I remember listening to them in college, and that's the thing. But they were certainly around the early 2000s as well. Yes, not all of us are babies like...
Wow. Don't sound so
Like-
bitter.
like-
Don't sound so bitter.
I'm so bitter.
Don't be so bitter.
Not all of us are babies like Nat.
Yeah, like Nat.
No,
Yeah,
I
like
can't.
Nat.
But Nat's not
Yeah,
here, so
Nat.
I'm not taking him on. He is
I'm gonna make
defeating
fun of-
death.
You're gonna take 3 of us on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, he.
Although I
has a
say
really
that,
good-
I believe that Rand is way younger than they appear, based on a conversation that we've had.
Rand's age exists in a very nebulous sense,
That's exact-
given that I've heard they're older than they appear, they're younger than they appear, they're closer to one person's age, they're closer to... They are timeless.
They are
That's
timeless.
true. That is
It's-
true. Rand exists outside of time as we know it.
let me just.
They are ephemeral. They only exist for blades.
Yeah, that's
No, that's not true because also Rand is
They
a
also-
princess.
right.
No, I
They
mean
also
like
exist on Twitter.
yeah, but Rand is
They
also like
exist
in a
in the void.
stream playing a princess, and it looks fantastic. And
No, I'm,
I
talking
fantastic.
I'm talking about their physical form right now. Is they
I
only, they
only-
only come together for
Yeah.
streams and then they scatter.
I got you.
I also if you want to
shelving
have delicious skin that looks like this, just get fat because the fat fills in all the wrinkles.
That's my secret too.
This is an option.
It's not. Don't do it. It's not worth it, really. I'm just saying, like,
It does make it
Anytime
difficult
you-
getting in and out of cars.
yeah. Anytime you see a celebrity who like loses weight and they look like they're really tired, not only is it the methamphetamines, but it's also just because the it takes
Okay.
your skin a while to come back from that, if you will.
So, Rand.
Yes, hello.
So we were sitting here extolling Rand's virtues, and okay, so Beryl,
Yeah.
You-
I am currently tussling with a giant doll beast on the ground.
How can I help?
how can
So,
you help?
I would like
Carrying
figure
the
that out.
box
I can
that
help.
now we need to move?
Oh, I
That's
can't
fair.
help with that.
So what I would like to do is say that
I know how I can help. It's time to spend a stress. We need that cart.
I mean this is I mean before this happens
Oh wait, I could just yell that.
right,
could literally
this
just yell
Yeah,
that.
you can just scream that into the
There's-
actual world.
yeah, no
Yeah.
one's around
This
anymore.
is White
Cart!
White has like stopped the cart, gotten on top of the cart, and pulled out like a rifle, like a huge rifle, and it, like on the stock of the rifle, it's like carved. It says Char, and White has this rifle, and he like sets it down. And
Does he even know how to use it?
no,
We're about to find
this
out.
no, he doesn't. This is why I'm gonna do it. And so he also has like he takes out a bag, and inside of it he like dumps out a bunch of random bullets, and like the bags is like Char's bullets, and he's like looking through them, and he picks one that looks the most ghosty, which means whatever, silver, and he like loads it into the rifle, and he's gonna take a shot at this ghost. And I have marked off a large weapon, which is a hunting rifle. If I need to do a flashback, I would like to say that I have Wythe, like, I need to be good at fighting ghosts. And so he steals Char's rifle and takes his, like, electroplasmic bullets. Or maybe he doesn't take the electroplasmic bullets.
You tell me which bullets. I don't think he needs to do because it's something that I think you would have. You don't need to have any stress for the flashback.
Okay, all right. Wythe is a shitbag and would definitely break into any of y'all places and take all your shit if you were in prison. Just so you know, he pushes himself because he doesn't actually have any hunt. He's very bad at this. Look, I'm not. This is. I wanted to do this
for the
forever.
Narrative.
Yeah, exactly. This is what you would do if you were in a Western. Okay. Are there devil's bargains on this one die hunt that I'm about to?
You've pushed yourself. So you can push or take a devil's bargain. You're taking the stress. You don't need to.
All right, never mind.
You don't have to worry about the extra complication. That's representative.
But if you'd rather a devil's bargain,
no, I don't, because it's going to be pretty bad as it is. Does anybody have a way that they can assist me in this totally?
I'm pinning it in place.
I'm even unclear who you're shooting.
I'm going to shoot the ghost, or attempt to shoot the ghost. The big baby doll ghost.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. This is a terrible idea.
The one that is wrestling with
Yeah, look,
Bart.
everyone's like, oh, I'm going to summon big demons and have them attack things. Oh, I'm going to do all these dumb things that are stupid and don't make any sense. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to shoot.
Point and shooting.
Yeah, but they're rolling sixes and criticals. So let's see.
I know.
Hey,
Well, you did too.
Roll a 6, you don't know.
You're absolutely right.
And Forda already talked about how they wanted the other shoe to drop. I'm just forcing the issue now. But
What? They're gonna get a critical. It's gonna be amazing.
I don't say that.
I don't think they can. They have one die.
Taking a stress and watch it be a watch it be.
It can't be a critical with
It can't
one
be
die.
critical. Watch it be sex.
I'm gonna trade position for effect.
I love
Hang
you so much.
No.
Well, first I will assess the position.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Weird.
Right. So position is how bad can it be if things go bad. Controlled is you have a golden opportunity, you're exploiting a dominant advantage, you're set up for success.
Yeah, you guys are wrestling, and I'm parked.
Risky is you go head to head, you're acting under duress, you're taking a chance, which is what Bart was doing. Desperate says you're in serious trouble, you're overreaching your capabilities, you're attempting a dangerous maneuver. So you're
starting desperate.
So you're at desperate.
Oh, cool. All right.
The effect level is how much can it accomplish. So normally I would say 0 to limited, but you're using. Tell me about these bullets that you're using and where you got them, so I can look at them real quick.
Right. So
electroplasmic.
Yeah.
Right?
So like hounds have electroplasmic ammunition. I mean, and that's kind of why I was doing the flashback.
Oh, so this is a special ability, not a thing that you bought.
Right. This is something that hounds have that I was just gonna have Wythe like spend a stress to have stolen.
Okay, yeah. Then for that, yeah, definitely spend a stress. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That's why I was explaining it that way.
Yeah, I appreciate that. This makes sense. Electroplasmic.
Yeah, it just has potency against. It just works on ghosts, so you can shoot them.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. Okay.
Is it?
I'm reading what it says for it. Excellent. I'm very happy that you're using this.
Yep.
So that's going to put it to standard. So it's desperate standard.
Okay.
And yeah, mark that XP.
Yep, got it.
You said you're doing hunt, right? A 5.
Okay.
All right.
We continue not to suffer the consequences of our actions.
I wouldn't go that far.
Or it's still desperate.
5 on a desperate is you do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer severe harm. A serious complication occurs. You have reduced effect.
Yep.
So,
Hey, I have a question.
yeah.
Can that complication be harm to another?
It absolutely can be.
Okay.
Probably.
100% it can be.
Well, who gets hurt? I mean, I can't. Who was in a position to be hurt?
No one.
I don't know.
Wythe is just
no idea.
Wythe is riding that high of getting the cart, and he's like, "Here I go. Look at me. I'm a. You know what? Forget this Rhodes
You're
and Company.
Samus Aran.
I'm now. You know what I am? I'm.
You're a cowboy, baby.
Damn it! You took it from me.
why
I
would
was
you do this?
pausing. I was pausing for effect.
No.
That's fine.
So
But I'm also a thief.
this
A gentleman thief on the road.
electroplasmic ammunition is especially reactive in the ghost field and can draw attention from the spirit wardens, especially in an area like this where they have extra authority.
And you're impersonating one. This is great.
Oh, that's a good point. I should make that too.
This is great.
No, I would have taken that early. No, we're not going to do that. So,
I was like, wait a minute.
however, I do think that, and I realize, Bart, you're going to have a thing to apply to this. You can apply it after I tell you what it is.
Yeah.
You're going to take harm, which I think we had kind of suggested before.
Wow.
But it's desperate, but it's a 5, not a 3. So, it's still severe harm.
Yeah, no, because it's a desperate action.
desperate.
Yeah, so you accomplish it, but there's severe harm. Okay, yeah. So, you
I would
take.
like to.
So, hang on. You take level. So this shoots at this. It's going to do the thing to the ghost, but also Beryl is going to take level 3 harm, shot in chest.
Hey,
But however,
going to
Beryl
use
has
some-
a thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that I am going to. So I'm going to use some armor at first because I've got this load, which will reduce it down
To 2.
and then I will attempt to resist that because
Bodyguard.
Okay, so that reduces it to 1.
Did you take volatile or whatever? That means that ones don't actually count against you.
I have not.
Oh, okay.
I took for that one vigorous, which allows me to recover from harm faster.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is good because you got a dock.
Tough as nails is sweet because it's like, oh, I have level 1 harm. Whatever. Who cares?
Okay, so when you resist, you automatically.
Nice.
So you're gonna take 1 stress, because you rolled a 5, and then you take level 1 harm, which is in this case gonna be battered.
Grazed by the sharpshooter.
One of those things where, like, if you get shot in the chest and you've got a bulletproof vest,
It still hurts like hell.
freaking
Still hurts.
sucks.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
like you're gonna be all bruised all over. You're just not dead.
Battered.
Right, you're
Battered,
you have at least
buttered.
broken
You'd be lucky if you don't have broken bones.
ribs. I was
fried.
going to say you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yes, just like a lot of
I
like
now have level 1 harm buttered, by the way.
Nice.
Buttered.
And so yeah,
I
parquet.
got buttered.
right. Wythe takes the shot, and then he hears in his brain like, "We need the cart now," or whatever Rhodes sounds like. We need the
You just
moth.
hear it.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway.
It probably sounds really weird because Taikarosi are weird.
Right.
So, like,
well, I mean,
For all
I
you know, it sounds like the fluttering of a million moths making words.
and that's what Wythe is also Taikarosi. So Wythe like gets in the front seat, and then he starts whipping these goats back towards the thing after he took his amazing sniper shot. And he's like, Char, Davina, whatever. Jerks with their weapons think they're badass, and he's just like,
yeah, except for the fact that you shot your friend. But you know.
He doesn't know that yet.
Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, with that shot, I think that's going to completely dissipate all the energy. And these dolls just clatter to the ground. They're just scattered everywhere now. Just these old, broken, used up, cut up, burned dolls everywhere in the street. It's not going to make you roll. If you have a cart, you don't need to roll to get the strong box back up into it. I'm sorry, Jesse, you were going to say a thing.
I was just going to say, because I took that devil's bargain where I am all of a sudden very attached to these ghosts.
Please
Yes.
don't take a doll. Please don't take a doll with you. Please don't take a doll with you. Please don't take a doll with you. Please don't take a doll. Don't take a doll.
Do it.
No, don't take a doll. Oh my God, please.
Is there a little
Okay,
doll
but-
head?
There are
But, like,
so
if you
many
really
doll
don't,
heads.
Like,
We're not.
like Ran, is this a what is that?
Yeah, is this like
Is this
a
a card
no,
moment?
it's not. No, it's not.
Is
available.
this an X card?
No, I just.
listen?
I have.
Is it okay if it is?
No.
Jesse, am hating my decision to do this.
Right. No, I just small animated things freak me out, but not to a point. I just will never go in to Isa's room if these creepy
I
fucking.
think this is good.
Well, no, I mean.
Great. Now I'm just gonna mount it over the door, over the head,
No,
over the door. I mean,
Ran will never go in, but Wife will always break in and
Wife will
steal everything.
obviously steal your doll if you go to prison.
Yeah, exactly. Wife
Right.
steals all your junk whenever you go anywhere. So watch it. He's evidently, I've decided he's also a kleptomaniac now. Whatever.
So, anyways, I would just like to say that while the doll screaming was happening, I think Eyes was also screaming. But you know when you scream so hard that you like no sound comes out. It's just
That squeaky, scratchy.
it's just like
Air.
throat, chest burning. There's that, and she is for everyone. Like maybe everyone just thinks that she's been overwhelmed by this giant ghost thing that broke out of her control. But when she was screaming, she kind of like collapsed over the skull, over her head.
Oh
One of these
my
baby doll
God.
heads. It
'Cause
should
there
be
was
one of the ones with eyes like.
What
Oh,
I'm saying,
no.
yeah, no,
Not an American
Oh,
Girl
I'm
doll
not
head, please,
okay
for the love of
anymore.
God.
it's not one of the ones with like the blinking eyes because I hate those, but it is like a BJD with like glass eyes in it.
Jesus.
Anyway, so she's like hunched over this doll head and she just collects it. And
I have regrets.
so
Me too.
as you're
I
doing
have
this-
regrets for you.
but everyone, no
thanks a
one
lot.
really. This was like super like I'm in
Right,
my own
right.
situation happening.
we're not done though.
I'm just gonna write that in my notes. Okay, go ahead.
Go for it. Go for it. Yeah, absolutely. You should.
You should.
One of the dolls starts to stir.
Kill it.
Sits up. Its head turns around backwards to look at Rhodes, and it opens its mouth and exhales. And as it exhales, this bluish-white electroplasm comes out and takes the form of a woman. If any of you know the actress Helen McCrory, who was in Peaky Blinders and
Yes. Yes.
I'll have to look her up.
no, what was the other thing she was in? It's my favorite show. I can't why I think of Penny Dreadful. She was also like the.
Was she in Penny Dreadful?
Did you see the first Penny Dreadful?
Yes, I did.
She's the main witch demon woman in the first 2 seasons.
I have not watched it in a very long time. This
Okay.
just makes me want to rewatch
So
it.
she's this fantastic English actress. Anyway, the thing is, she looks around this ghost and then fixes her gaze on Beryl. Beryl recognizes this form as Mistress Kember from the place that y'all shot up trying to pretend like bill hooks.
The place that that the bill hook shot up.
Right. If Char or Avmalia were here, then they would recognize, but they're not here. And she points a ghostly finger towards you and says, "You have brought me outside." What do you do?
I didn't do anything. You came out here on your own. If she's not like gonna like threaten me directly, I'm gonna.
I didn't say that. I just asked what you did.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to turn to Eyes to see if she's okay because, giant demon thing and this.
Okay.
Like,
Cheese it in my mouth.
Like the moment that the things like shattered and she like showed up, I'm keeping like a corner eye on there, but I'm like moving over to eyes real fast, just like, are you all right?
I mean, if there's what can I vibe off of this? Can I attune to this ghost and
see what she wants or something?
You can certainly try.
In my I'm still a little like frazzled. I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so you're attuning to the ghost.
I want to attune to the ghost, and I want to just like feel out any like strong emotions, because I feel like vengeful spirits or like angry spirits give off a vibe.
So you're just trying to see what she's mad about.
Vibe check.
Like what is vibe check?
Yeah, I hear this term, and that's another one of you youthful things that I don't understand. Okay, so because I looked it up on Urban Dictionary, it didn't make any sense to me at the time.
You just check someone's vibe.
I'm checking your vibe right now.
Aura, someone's.
Also, I'm checking why anybody uses Urban Dictionary, because that place is trash.
I don't understand the term either. As far as I can tell, it's one of those like a stick check in hockey.
You just check someone's vibe. You check their mood.
But I've never like heard it used like in that capacity. I've only ever seen it in like meme format where somebody comes by and like rams somebody with something.
Yeah, I always see the memes. That's why.
Yeah, improvised weapons and such.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. What is position?
So that's. I was trying. Oh! I know where I wanted to look. It was in here. It was a place that it was a particular table that had more details than my usual one that I look at.
A fun table.
Well, no, it's the one in the book. It's just usually my cheat sheet is what I look at, and this one had something that I liked that I wanted to see.
But yeah, at this
Here
point,
we go.
like, you know, vengeful spirit probably coming specifically at Beryl because he was there when she died. Like, that's priority 2. Priority 1 is making sure that like his friend's feelings aren't hurt after the giant ghost happened.
Oh,
Such a weird priority since you hide your hands from your family.
So this
I feel like
I hide them to protect them because they don't need to know that I'm like half demon.
All right, cool.
And you're just trying to see what she's mad
I
about.
disagree with
It's
that
risky
decision
standard.
that Beryl is making.
Okay.
I know.
Risky standard.
I'm like thinking like Beryl's is checking on me and like you can.
She's like,
see
you're like
eyes.
looking around like, what?
Oh, I was thinking more like definitely looking around, but like kind of frantically like what's like where are the ghosts? What's
So risky
your
standard.
paranoia is acting up.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, no, understood.
I'm not gonna push myself.
Do you want a devil's bargain?
No, I think.
Okay, all right.
I think it's okay. I think if
All right.
I fail this, it's in character. If I fail,
All right. That's a 5.
I got a 5.
That's better than those other 2 1s that I'm looking at right
We're
there.
not gonna talk about those ones.
You
Good
do it,
thing
but
there's no
there's
such thing as a critical failure.
there's a consequence. Okay. So first of all, you already described how you're doing it. She is mad at being killed just when her business was just starting to really take off. She was there she was in Night Market actually when y'all killed her. Yes, at the Devil's Tooth, and she was having good connections with the Ministry and the Railjacks and all of this. And she angry at being. I mean, like a ghost would be, and she's hungry specifically for Beryl's life essence.
Okay, there we go. That was
But
rude.
the
Come on.
She notices you noticing her, and you see her kind of feeding on that and drawing on some of the ghost energies that are here outside the lightning barrier, and you see her growing in strength. And you're now in a little bit more of a desperate position because she is now bearing down on Beryl, hand outstretched to hoover up his life force.
All right. Okay. Here we go. Can I have a flashback
Absolutely.
where I prep my spirit mask for my ritual?
Oh my god. Okay.
So that's but that flashback is the you had this. Did you have to spend a downtime action to do that normally? I can't remember.
Wait, I pulled it up.
Okay. I just tried to remember what it was. That's all.
Hang on. I need to pin this.
Hang on.
So would it be weird or would it be stupor if what you wanted to do for your vice was have a ghost suck out part of your life energy?
I don't think that's weird at all. It would be weird.
It is.
I think that you could argue either. Feels weird.
Right.
It is a downtime action.
Okay. So you can pay a coin to have done it.
Okay, I will pay a coin.
Okay.
My sheet was right in front of me.
Yeah, because you pay a coin to get an extra have got and pay a coin and 1 stress. I'm gonna say for doing this as a flashback.
Okay. And so, and like the flashback is probably me just like holding my mask and
Preparing your ritual.
preparing my ritual and like preparing what is gonna be out here and what I'm going to need to do and what sacrifices I will be taking to do this.
That's good, because that's a thing too. So tell us what you have to do this ritual.
Oh, I don't think we ever talked about
Oh,
that.
yeah, we did. No, I mean, there's like an attune roll, as I recall.
Isn't it?
And you pay some extra stress. I can't remember.
I have to pay 4 stress.
How you doing on stress there?
I have enough to perform this ritual and hopefully not trauma out for a bit.
You have 5 open stress slots, so let's hope nothing else happens.
Yep, basically.
Okay, so attune.
So
4
I'm gonna
stress,
attune.
a coin. You already took. That's assuming you already took the 1 stress for the flashback, right?
Yes, I did. I
Okay,
just filled
all
that
right,
in.
all right.
So prepping my mask, I channel my ghostly energies into my mask, and when I activate my ritual,
What does it do?
my ritual protects myself and one person of my choice by keeping my eyes on them, and that's because my mask has a bunch of eyes on it, and that glowing ring light that has been mentioned before, instead of a hard beam that happened when I was compelling the ghost, it's more of a diffused light that spreads out over the mask, and all of the eyes on the mask blink open to stare at the target of my protection.
Right. And
Which is obviously Rhodes, because we're going to leave Beryl out there.
Which is obviously Rhodes.
Yep.
Which is obviously Beryl. Bart.
Boo!
No way.
No way.
okay.
And so I need to attune. Yep. I clicked on Beryl's character sheet.
Hey, hands off.
Go ahead and use his attune for sure.
Yeah, roll my attune. Frickin' do it.
Hey, I'm gonna assume this is desperate.
Oh, that's right. We have to do the thing. Yeah, you are in serious trouble. It is desperate, and it's desperate standard, because this is exactly what you've set this up for. It's just that you're we just said a moment ago you were in a desperate position.
Correct.
So, yep.
And
so don't forget to mark your XP. In the above the was that resolve? Yeah, I can't remember if it was resolve or insight. Yep.
Yep, it's resolve. I'm not gonna push myself because I literally cannot.
Do you want the devil's bargain?
I will entertain the idea of a devil's bargain. Oh my gosh.
I can tick either the spirit well clock or the spirit warden's attention clock.
FYI, you only have 1 left, so you would complete the clock on the spirit well.
No, she's got 2 left.
I thought
she was going to. She took the one from Florida.
Okay.
She would otherwise.
I'm gonna
My
take out
fault.
spirit well.
Okay. And keep in mind, I can tick clocks as a consequence.
Yep. Well aware.
All right, so you get an extra die for that.
Hey. So.
Spirits. 5.
5 on a
Not
desperate.
bad. Not bad.
Severe harm.
Oh. I know one.
Good answer.
I know one.
You know what?
For if we're talking about severe consequence / harm, I know one.
Okay.
Because it ties in with question number 3 of my ritual.
What is question number 3 of your ritual?
What new belief or fear does knowledge of this ritual or its attendant occult forces instill in me? And I have a very strong fear of something that will happen to me because of this ritual.
What is that?
I can't see.
Wait, are
Are
you?
you sure?
Are you?
Yeah,
not
yeah.
saying-
I'm gonna echo Forda on here. Are you sure?
I'm saying like I don't. This doesn't need to be a permanent thing, but like we could do like.
Oh, I know exactly what it is.
Harm.
Thank you. Okay? Yes, you have level 3 harm blinded.
Yes, thank you.
Blinded by the light.
Mine eyes have
like a
seen.
loofah sponge in the middle of the night.
Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the ghost.
There we go. Mine eyes have seen
The glory of the coming of the ghost.
Hey. So
yes.
But
how does Ice react to this?
Oh, I'm not great.
But as that happens, what happens is there's this blinding flash of light, but this flash of light comes out from your mask and pushes right into the ghost of Helen McRory, who just explodes, and there's this like falling sparkles all around, like this rain of sparkles as the electroplasmic energy has been exploded and dissipated. But as the flash subsides, Beryl, you were momentarily blinded, just in the fiction, right? But you're like, it's like when somebody has shined a flashlight in your eyes for a second, and after a moment you're like, oh, the after image is there, but your eyes, it doesn't come back.
This is the second character I have that has gone blind.
And
okay, but you set it up for this.
Over there.
I know. I'm the one who set it up for the other charker too. So
okay,
this is when Wythe like pulls up.
Well, I was gonna say like Beryl, you noticed like I'm grasped because you got close to me. I'm like gripping.
Yeah, I
your
like
shirt.
slid in and kneeled next to you.
Yeah, I'm gripping your shirt and I'm saying we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. And I'm staring directly at the ground. Like I can't. Like, I'm not making any eye contact. I can't.
Yeah.
So, I think this is where the score can end. I don't think there's any major conflict left.
And then we go back, and it's great.
I mean, Wythe, you're like, we need to leave now. And Wythe, like, reins in the goats. Yeah. Yep.
But y'all were taking it back to your boat, and then you're
Yeah.
taking your boat back to your tier 3 boathouse.
Yep. And now it's a goat house too, just so everybody knows. It's a goat house.
Yeah.
It is a
boat
goat.
The boat house.
Okay, so at the end of your score, we do the payoff section.
Hooray, everybody, we did it. We got a really dangerous item of Kotar. Hopefully that's what's in this fucking box, because who knows what's actually in it, because nobody fucking opened it.
Hey, we got a goat.
I wanted to
seems
open
worth
it,
it.
but I figured that would be bad.
We got 2 goats, actually.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice. Okay, so
In
first...
this card, if we ever want to come back for it.
I feel like it can't go...
Somebody hear that?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
yes.
thundering.
It's not
Oh,
thundering.
that's thunder?
It sounds like a dog,
It does.
like clawing on a door.
Is that what it is?
It is.
Yeah, all
I was
right.
like, it's not thunder. Maybe the dog's name is Thunder. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you hear the thunder? Let me in. Feed me the pizza. Why are you keeping me out?
So the crew earns 2 rep per score by default. If the target of the score is higher tier, which the Circle of Flame, who was your target here,
Yep.
definitely is higher tier. I said they were tier 3, right? And you're tier 1?
You did. Yes.
So you get an extra 2 for that. So it's 4 rep total. 4 rep. Okay. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Marked that. Oh, you are 2 away from filling up your rep. So
Nice.
close.
We can almost get another tier upgrade, everybody. We can finally be tier 2.
What?
Yay!
We still need 4 more coin, though, I think.
Yeah, so...
Something like that.
16? Is that what it is?
So you are getting... I'm going to say from the small others... So, assuming that you... So here's the question. Are you going to hang on to this goat and wagon? Because I think that's your coin.
I mean, if we can fit it on the boat, yes. If the boat's too small...
No, I mean...
It can fit on the boat.
Yeah, to get back, yes. What I mean is, do you want to...
Right.
Do you want to keep it, or do you want to sell that?
Don't really have a space to keep the goat.
I mean, you should sell it, and that'll be your coin. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, no, I know. I know what you were saying. I'm like, but also Barrow was really entranced by owning a goat, so that's all.
But if we don't have a place for it, it wouldn't.
It's not fair to the goat not to have a yard for it.
I mean, a rail
the rail
yard
yard kind of doesn't count. It needs more.
Yeah, an underground rail yard, no less. It needs y'all. It doesn't need anything. Anyway,
it's a magic devil goat. It can eat the steel off of the cars and just jump around because you know what? It's not a real fucking goat. That's
jump
all
around.
I'm saying. Jump up,
around,
get down.
Now.
All right.
It has been that
This
kind of night.
This is Glee in the Dark.
Yep,
Oh man. Well,
Yep.
I think they've missed out on the cruise
Bards
sheet
in
of
the
just
dark.
like bards in the
Bards
dark.
in the Dark. Oh, there we go.
Look.
No, that's purveyors. Hawks. That's our hawkers. That's what those are.
Yeah.
You know
true.
what you're right.
It's just they're not just selling song. You know what I'm saying? So
We have to get a patron because that's the only way you can survive as an artist. Either be rich or have somebody who's rich that you know. Am I right, everybody? High five. Okay.
Yes.
So you are gonna get from that. I'm gonna call that 6 coin.
7,000 coin.
Six coin.
Where's the game genie hack to get more coin and blaze in the dark? Look, I
just want to point out.
Lost it.
Yep. And y'all haven't focused on like turf and claims and stuff.
Is there something that I can plug into the back of Kyle's brain that will allow me to enter 3 9-digit codes that give me infinite gil?
There are gil. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, there are absolutely things you could do for people could do for Kyle for money.
Do you want me to send you some whiskey and then all of a sudden
I'll ship you a bottle of Malort.
I was just about to say that I can indulge that vice on my own, but Malort, yeah, that's my thing. Anyways,
do you like dark chocolate? I'll send you a big fat stack of it that I get.
Better. All right, heat. So first of all,
0.
0.
There's none. No, who cares about people getting ripped apart by
I
ghosts?
would actually like to proffer that people did die, but a large part of what causes the heat from people dying is the bell and the spirit wardens going out, and that purview does not extend beyond the lightning barrier. So these ghosts are just going to happen, and there's not going to be that admin stuff on top of it. I acknowledge heat might occur, but
Badlands. Ghost things happen. Bad ghost things happen in the Badlands.
So here is what I think for that. I think that I won't add so there's the base heat, and then there's some questions about add +1, S +2. We won't add the +2 for the killing.
But technically the ghost did that.
But this is loud and chaotic, high exposures. I'm going to call that 4 heat. Was it a high profile or well-connected target? You have stolen the item that is most desired by one of the core factions of the city. So yes. So that's 5 heat. An extra heat for the situation on hostile turf. So that's
Nice.
6 heat.
That's
but
a
not the
wanted level.
2 heat for killing. So that's a
It's
total.
still a wanted level.
So That is a whole lot of heat. So, after the payoff, now this one because I'm gonna remember this time, and y'all don't have to remember. We roll the wanted dice, roll the dice equal to your wanted level, and read the result according to your heat. I'll roll it twice, and you get to choose. I just want to check a thing.
So if we had Beryl just run into the thing, pick it up, and then run back to the boat, maybe we would have had less heat.
So you are at one wanted. You gained, as Rand correctly stated, when you reach 9 heat, you gain a wanted level and clear your heat. Any excess heat rolls over. So if you had been inside the lightning barrier, you would have 2 heat still. So you're at wanted. So you're at heat 0, which is good. So we're going to roll this twice, and I'll tell you what the choices are, and you can choose between them because you have your, what is it, slippery? Yeah, slippery.
Yeah.
No bonus dice. So a 6. Oh, that's good. And a 4.
They're the same.
You always get these. So okay, so 6 is cooperation, which is a faction asks you for a favor.
Like the silver nails.
Rivals, which is a neutral faction throws their weight around. Or Unquiet Dead, a rogue spirit is drawn to you.
Can we just not pick that one? Only because we had like 2 of them last time.
Yeah, you've eliminated one of them now, by the way, Mr. Kimber.
Right. We still technically have another one. If you want to stack it on again, fine. I'm just...
So,
like,
yeah.
no. Only
I like
because
the
of
idea
that.
of beating up people instead of ghosts.
Yeah.
My vote is owing a favor because we need some. It's time to re-engage with some of the other. Other.
You mean the thing that Wythe had suggested from the very beginning of this is what you want to do now that we have the box with the thing in it.
Yes.
Shocking, everybody! Everybody, that's shocking.
He's obsessed. He's reckless and unstable. He wanted his thing. He has the thing. Now he can at least put that briefly to rest.
Yeah. No, I got you.
So you're doing cooperation or rivals?
Cooperation.
You avoid entanglements because you have no +3 factions.
Nice.
Hey.
Nobody likes us enough to ask us for a favor. All right.
You can now each do 2 downtime activities.
That is what that means.
Sorry, I just noticed that. I think I just noticed that Nat renamed the turf next to Lair.
Tuesderf.
Tuesderf.
Oh yeah. I remember when that was pretty funny. So, I'll just state because Arax was mentioning in chat. I do have. I mean, I've talked about this before. We all have vices that we indulge. Just saying that.
Malort's gross, though.
I was joking about the Malort being the thing.
How are we
whiskey's
splitting up the coin?
So yes, how are you splitting up the coin?
How's everyone set on coin?
I would like one.
What did I tell y'all that it was 6 coin or 4 coin?
6 coin.
Okay.
So we have 12. We need 4 more to be able to have enough. So if we all do
you have
1.
No, you have.
We can each take 1, toss 2 into
You have 13. You need 3 more. Rand needs their eyes checked.
Wait, that's 4. That's 4.
That's 5.
Oh yeah, no, that's 5. Okay, sure.
And that's to tier up.
Yeah. So
but you need 2 more rep for that. So
right. So if we put 2 coin in there, and then we all take 1 coin, and then we'll have 1. We'll need 1 more coin, and then
you're gonna do.
Until we can get on the next score.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the rep to do it either. Okay.
Okay. Downtime actions. Let's roll around and see. Let's just go clockwise. Ran, what do your 2 downtime actions?
Well, I'm going to indulge vice. So I have found out who killed my sister last time. So my vice now is setting up a plan to ambush and murder them, which is going to be a clock, I assume, but it's also my vice.
That's not really a vice. Maybe just obsessing over. So I think your vice sounds more like it sounds like you're describing obsession.
Yep.
So
it's weird, and that's kind of what it is. My sister was murdered, and I'm trying to find out who killed her. I'm just changing what it is because I found out who it is. I'm still obsessing over it, but now it's more about planning out how to murder them.
Yeah. So I think there's two different things. There's one vice. Sorry, there's the vice, which is how you just sit and obsess over the person.
Yeah. Yep.
So you're going to clear 2 stress. And then separately, there's a clock of setting up. You don't have to set up a clock to do that. You could set up a score to do that if you wanted.
Okay, I think that might be something that I suggest. But I do want to set up a clock. I want to start a downtime action to I don't know how many stages this clock needs to be in, but
you tell me what you're trying to do.
Yeah. Ultimately, it's unmask of Malia's plans. And so underneath that, it's going to be like track of Malia's movements. And I've talked to Nat about this, and he said it was okay to sort of mess with this. But since White has come back, the haunted and obsessive nature of Wythe means that he doesn't trust Avmalia. And so I kind of want to set up long-term clocks to like uncover the things that make Avmalia untrustworthy.
So maybe in this case, it's just a thought. Maybe you're trying to figure out where she goes to commune.
Right. That's what's like the very first one is follow her movements.
All right.
And that was to figure out that she just like wanders off into the water.
That's pretty straightforward. I think that's a 4 o'clock.
Okay.
And then you can roll whatever is the appropriate action to see how many we're going to tick on that.
Okay. Follow Avi is what I'm calling it.
Sounds good.
Sure. And then I will do that with, hunt would be like what I would use, but I think it's going to be more of a survey to sort of exploit.
Survey a location or situation, gather information about opportunities or exploits. Sure.
Yeah, it's either that or just study of Malia.
Hunt makes way more sense.
I know, but I have nothing in Hunt, and he's not gonna. Wythe is not gonna try and like sneak around and try and follow Avmalia. They're just gonna sort of.
Maybe you can do it as study. Do you have study?
I do, yeah.
Oh yeah, then maybe you're just like look while she's gone, looking at all of her documents and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're snooping in her room.
Oh, 3 ticks.
3 ticks.
3 ticks on the clock. That's good. You're just 1 short.
And I'm gonna save my calculating until the end, just in case somebody else needs it. But I'll have something else to do after that. But
all right.
Those are the 2.
Rhodes, what you got?
All right, so I'm gonna indulge Vice because otherwise I'll have way more stress than I need.
All right. What's your vice right now? Oh, the Path of Echoes, right?
Yes, and I'm not. I listed it as faith, but like I'm not really.
I think faith is good because there's some stuff about them. It doesn't matter a whole lot. It reminded me. We wanted to talk later. We could talk later. We'll talk later. Clear 4 stress,
nice.
Which is good because you had 4 stress, so you did not overindulge.
So after this mission, he's feeling great. He's feeling great. He's feeling so great. In fact, he's gonna actually be spending a lot of time on that joint project with Eyes.
Oh yeah.
So instead of ferreting himself off into his workshop to be alone and mad science himself, because
y'all are working on those runes or whatever. Okay.
But you're not gonna open the box? What's in the box though?
What's in the box?
Nothing.
So
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
That I'm using my analyst ability to put those 2 ticks in, but I can still open the box or attempt to anyway.
Yeah, I think that's gonna. I will tell you, if y'all are just trying to open it, then you're gonna have to do some stuff to open it. So,
Okay.
we can work on that later. Okay,
Quick.
cool.
Somebody become a good lockpick.
I want to start a new clock for finding somebody, not to auction off the box too. Like Rhodes wants to study it first, but like,
And you can
counter to sending it to the Circle of Flame.
Okay, tell me again. I'm sorry.
So Circle of Flame wanted it. He wants to know who else might want it.
Oh, okay.
Potentially give it to them or keep it for himself if he decides that it's worth.
So find another potential buyer.
Yes.
For the Eye of Kotar, it's not going to be hard. We'll call that a 4 o'clock.
Wait,
Okay.
the Eye of Kotar is in the box?
I don't
We
remember.
don't actually.
I don't remember which one it is, but
You said hand. But
okay, hand. There you go.
whatever.
Hand of Kotar. It's because I keep thinking of Vecna.
Right.
Because Eye and Hand of Vecna.
Eye and hand. Yep.
Which there's a third one that they could be, but I think we did say hand earlier. So that's But anyway, it's a 4 o'clock.
Yeah. Did you ever play a Dungeon Dragon game where a player's got the eye and the hand and put them on and like attach them together? No. Okay.
I wish. Oh yeah, the
Me
heart.
too.
The heart is the other one.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, what's your which?
I don't know why I did a fortune roll. I don't know why I did that.
Yeah, no. Just which action are you using?
I'm gonna use study and.
I don't think you have
Drawing
0
on-
dice in study. So I don't think you have 0 dice in
No,
study.
I don't.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah.
That would be great, actually. I want the mad scientist to have 0. Oh
There we
wow.
go.
Yeah.
3.
Oh, wow.
So 1 tick,
Not terrible.
but it's a 4 o'clock, so it's like that's the thing.
No, that's not what I wanted.
All right. Next, Chase. Chase, what are your 2 downtime actions?
Yeah. I would like to indulge my vice because stressy boys.
Time to go home and hang out with the fam.
For
And
stress.
pretend like nothing is wrong.
Not bad, since you had a 1 in 6
I
chance.
had 5.
Yeah, so you had a 1 in 6 chance to overindulge, but
Yeah.
4 is pretty good.
Which would have been sweaty, but yeah, it's fine.
It's fine.
Sweaty. All right.
Yeah, because what does
secondarily-
overindulge by spending too much time with your family mean? That could mean a lot of things. Anyway, what's your
Yeah.
second one?
Especially right now. I would like to heal this buttered status.
All right, so
You gotta hang out on
come
the
on.
roof and cook yourself.
Can we get
Oh.
Rhodes, who doesn't spend an action to do it, Rhodes to roll a tinker roll for Physiker?
I can.
Only if they want to, though. Don't make him
Pulse
do
bow.
it.
Plus the extra dice because Physiker.
2 ticks.
Sick.
Yay!
Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. You don't have anything else that's special to give you extra whatever,
Nah.
right? Okay. Finally, Jesse.
Hi, I'm absolutely going to indulge my vice.
You
as
think?
will-
You think?
What? No.
You'll
You may
understand-
indulge it twice.
Well, we're going to...
We're going to see how the first one goes. 8
that?
stress, you cleared 4.
I was so worried I was going to have 2 ones. Cool. Great. And,
Don't do it.
what?
Don't
do
indulge your vice again. Don't do it.
what? No, I
It's a-
wasn't going to do that.
Okay. Cool.
I was going to try and, have Rhodes check out my eyeballs.
That's a good plan.
Oh,
Please?
so are you trying to heal?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It makes sense.
Yeah.
At the very least, even if it fails, what's going
It
on?
can't
with my
fail.
eyeballs?
It's a clock. So you
Yeah. So yes, I'm trying to. This is. I'm
This
saying
is-
like in character. I'm like, I can't see anymore.
So that's a 3. So that's 1 tick on your clock,
Yay!
on your healing clock.
Yay!
Um,
And it's a 32 segment clock, so you're almost there.
I think healing clocks are by default 4, right?
There
Yeah,
are 4, yeah.
Yeah, but how many layers of?
Oh yeah,
four
you've got to
you
go.
imagine?
Yeah, 3.
I was gonna say, but it goes through. Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
wait, Rand, do you still have that extra downtime?
I mean, I do.
I think I know what you should use it on.
I mean, I know. Trying to figure out where Amalia goes.
I really need to heal this buttered status, Ran.
You're fine.
I would suggest that. So here's the thing. So I want to talk about Jesse's character for a minute, actually, before we move on.
It.
So eyes, we'll say in this case, normally cannot. So the consequence, as it were, for severe harm, or the penalty rather, is
Can I not?
you can't do anything. Your character's incapacitated and can't do anything unless you have help from someone else or push yourself to perform the action.
Yeah.
Hey, Bart, want to help me get to my opium den?
So I was going to suggest that
sure.
for downtime, indulging device is fine. I think long-term projects, probably not. But just indulging device, basically somebody bringing you drugs, sure.
Yeah.
But
No,
I
I'm not
think
gonna-
that Eyes is incapacitated until she can at least get down to level 2 harm.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
So, I mean, what else do I want to do? Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll use calculating so that Eyes can try and heal some more. Of
Florida,
her
can you
eyeballs.
roll Tinker again? This is why everybody loves Rhodes.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's the only reason.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the only reason that
It's-
there
it's a
are.
five.
So that's 2 ticks.
Ayo. All right.
And then I will give you a coin and let you do it again.
Sure.
I mean, you don't have to. If you don't want it, I'll keep
Wait,
my
you're-
coin.
Wait. Wythe is giving Eyes the money for it?
Yeah.
Wow.
White doesn't give a shit about money.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna say no to this.
Right. No, I get it. All right.
Okay.
Florida.
I mean,
Florida's
It's
the. I
gonna
mean,
be
the Rhodes
3
is the
ones.
doctor. It could be. We saw that happen on this game before.
We did. We have.
4. So 2 ticks. And it carries over. So you're down to
Correct.
level 2 harm.
And you have 4
Can I
ticks you
say
need.
extremely nearsighted?
Yeah.
hey, you might have shadow sight right now.
Oh God.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, I think
Sounds cool, isn't fun.
It sounds cool.
It's not.
Is awful, but it
Yeah.
sounds cool.
what is shadow sight? I was thinking of it in
You
some
can just
occult
see
sense.
shadows.
So,
Oh
like,
no, I
you can see bright lights and,
And
like,
darks.
yeah.
shapes.
Yeah.
I think that's what that is, though. If you've gone from blinded because it was so bright to this, I think that's what that is.
Every
Level
single movie and TV show that I've ever seen, not only does it tell me how easy it is to become blinded and then recover in at least 45 minutes, which could be like several weeks, but also that it's blurry blobs after when you're trying to recover. And since it's media, we know that it's true. So yep.
Right, right. Hollywood
Also-
never lies.
Also,
Rhodes.
y'all, I just thought of like eyes and glasses, and I think it's
Ooh.
even when
What
she
kind
is
of glasses?
healed.
She's gonna wear glasses.
Like big round ones,
I
like
was thinking
square
like
ones.
big round
Or,
ones.
or she wears those cool steampunk goggles where like the frames are gears and stuff.
I mean,
Bifocus.
or she gets the like year 2000 ones that have 4 holes, but then there's like 8 of them, and she has to wear them on her mask.
Or
So that
Or like
every single
contacts.
eyeball. Yeah.
or I keep befriending quests, and when they least expect it, just
You pop their eyeballs out and wear them. Okay.
Nothing can go wrong with this
I
plan.
don't know that Rhodes can succeed in that kind of eye surgery.
Does
Look.
anybody have any other downtime things they can do?
Ew.
No.
As a clarifier for my downtime action, Forda asked me how my faster recovery works, and that made me read it. I apparently get an extra die to healing treatment rolls.
Yeah.
So if Rhodes could roll just one more die on the
Or
off
just-
chance that it's a 6.
Or just roll a somebody. I don't care who. Roll a d6.
Okay, fine.
Oh shoot, I don't have any dice with me.
I'm
Right.
You
already
can do it in the.
Whoever
You're
rolls
in
it
roll
first.
20. You don't gotta.
Oh, you're right. Hang on.
Tell you what, I'll roll the 1. So one more
It
tick.
didn't matter.
That didn't matter. Oh yeah. It didn't matter. Okay. All right. Now we're
welcome.
gonna do the XP.
Yay.
So we'll do the crew first, as usual. Did you execute a successful espionage, sabotage, or theft operation? Yes.
we did.
Contend with challenges above your current station.
We did.
I'm going to mark 2 on that. Because you went against the higher tier faction, and you did it in the freaking Lost District.
Yay!
It's not even that bad in the Lost District, everybody. Woo!
Yeah, let's just hang out there.
Forever.
Bolster your crew's reputation or develop
Char
a new
talk to
one.
you?
I'm going to say 1. That fills you up on crew advancement.
Nice.
Crew advancement carries over, though, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. I'm going to say 2 more on that.
Yep.
So I'm
I
gonna
mean, Wythe was pretty RP heavy,
Yeah.
talking to people. And
well,
trying to
and inner conflict and essential nature, and y'all have, and to be clear,
Conflicting natures.
Florida has been trying to get us out to the Lost District for months,
Ages.
as
Since
has Rand.
2019.
So,
Era.
Yeah, I mean, Char is going to be bitter that you guys didn't go out with him, but
nobody says that
But
you can
that
only
just
go out
means we have
once.
to
He
make
was
a
here in
second
spirit.
expedition
Yeah.
with Char.
His
I just
gun was
wanted
here.
to-
He was basically here.
oh man, he's going to beat the shit out of Wythe when he gets
Good.
back. Yep.
Ready for that fight.
That fight has been planned for a long time, except she's
always doing
been
something else.
absent.
It's because
Yeah.
Jesse has a hip happening social life.
Yep, she's a hip to the hop.
She's so popular.
So
So
I mean,
popular.
and to be clear, we all know why.
Yeah.
She's such a great person.
Dope.
But why? What?
I love
Relentless praise.
how y'all get so uncomfortable whenever we talk about how great one of you are.
It's not good. I mean, everybody else should believe everything that anybody says, but don't. Nothing that people say about me is true.
Rand, you're perfect. Hush up.
Shut up! You're a fucking liar.
Let's go through XP. Forda, why don't you run through Road's XP?
Alrighty.
And again, this isn't up to the player to decide. It's just to kind of talk it out, say it out loud. That's all.
I never once rolled a desperate action, so that is irrelevant.
How do you have so many traumas and you? Anyway, no, just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I ask myself all the time.
Because making questionable decisions and going, I can help with that, I can help with that, I can
That's
help
true.
with that.
The worst decision in Blades in the Dark is to be like, I have no dice in that, but I'll help. Don't worry.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, that is literally Rhodes' life. Rhodes is me going, I can help with this project. I have no skill in this project, but I can help.
Perfect.
And now you're tired and you need a break.
Yes.
nap forever.
So addressed a challenge with technical skill or mayhem. I did both.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
In that.
17 XP.
Expressed beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I'd
No,
say-
not at all.
I'd say I did at least one of those.
I think the drives for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean the thing where you decline doing what made the most sense so that we would go out and do this? Yeah.
Steal demon
And
relics.
that's where issues from Vice or Traumas comes in because, sensible, logical, safe,
Steal
or
demon
go
relics.
yes.
And I'm really excited about you trying to navigate your way in the deep, dark underground of the people who are super powerful in the city, trying to be like, yo, you want the hand of Kotar, though? Yo, who wants this
Pay me.
hand? People are gonna
Pay
be like,
me. Gimme.
yeah, well, that's when the
Money,
Empire
please.
shows up and they're like, sup, we're tier 9.
I
Give
was
it to
like,
us.
dang.
And then we get experience for contending with powers beyond our.
Exactly. It's a vicious
Get
cycle.
squashed into the dirt. Oh.
But we got that XP though.
I traumatized out, but guess what? All right.
Ooh, I got a playbook advancement.
Yeah,
Yay.
nice.
Do you know what you're gonna take?
I'm gonna finally take Saboteur
Oh
Wow,
yeah,
really?
because
Oh
I've
my
been
goodness.
holding off on that for so long.
makes sense.
finally, I can now wreck things quietly.
Yeah, because that's what this crew's all about.
Be prepared. We can now go in
I'm
places
gonna wreck it. I'm gonna
break
wreck it.
into the vault quietly.
That makes sense for Beryl because Beryl has Wreck-It Ralph hands.
Yes.
Speaking of which, Chase, why don't you run through your XP?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Addressed a challenge with violence or coercion. Just the one, yeah. Tackled a doll thing, yeah.
Makes sense.
And these experiences can go into stats, right?
Yeah, anything you want.
Yes.
I finally decided to start advancing my stats instead of getting a million playbook advancements.
Oh, good.
Wow, what a weird thing to do. What, did you talk to Nat about it or something? Ugh.
No, I've just been sitting at one short of dinging my prowess for like 5 fucking sessions.
Wow, really? Holy yeah, you probably should do that.
So I'm gonna do that. I express my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I feel like at least a little bit.
I mean, it's at least one.
Yeah. Your family thing is, like, for sure an issue.
I'd say 2, honestly, because you did a little bit with your family, but then also you whipped around and went, Ghost, stealing my life essence? More likely than you think. I don't care. I'm going to work with this person over here.
Valid. So that's 2 there. I struggle with issues from my vice or traumas. So my trauma is reckless. And I feel like that came up once.
Yep.
Well, with getting shot.
And,
and tackling a demon.
Tackling a ghost baby.
The reckless was the
baby ghost.
Let's be clear, it was wife who was reckless with the shot. But tackling the ghost was definitely reckless.
Yeah. That's fair. So I'm just gonna put that there. And we keep increasing prowess, because that's what we do.
We keep increasing prowess.
What about did you do the others?
Think so.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Jesse, Eliza Bell.
Yes. I marked the desperate action already. Addressed a challenge with knowledge or arcane power.
Nah.
I would say twice, personally.
I can't think of a moment.
Me neither.
In perpetuity.
Which
I got a playbook advancement.
What you gonna
Nice.
I'm taking warded, y'all. Nice. Boop.
Oh yeah, I can't believe you didn't take it before.
What does warded do?
I can expend my special armor to resist a supernatural consequence or to push myself when I deal with arcane forces.
Excellent.
You think that'll come up?
No, not at all. No. I address beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Drives.
Mm-hmm.
Drives.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not heritage or background, but drives, I
You
think.
stole that stupid baby head and he cried about it, so...
I would dare say I have gained a new drive.
Yeah. Is it being a mama to all the ghosts? Because that's scary.
Ghost mom.
Ghost mama.
Mama. Ghost mother.
Oh, mama. A man killed me. I'm a ghost and I gotta die. Come and find me, mama, cause I'd cry. Ghost mama. Ooh.
This episode is art.
So much singing.
This is what happens when I get like 3 hours of sleep, y'all.
I believe I dropped my paranoia quite a bit in this session, so I struggled with that.
Agreed.
Cool. Grind.
All right, Wythe. I did all the XP already because I'm one of those people that can't wait. Yes, I have ticked off my desperate actions. Did I address a challenge with calculation or conspiracy? Yes, I did. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? Yes, I did. You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas, and I did. Because I am definitely not supposed to be hunting after one of our teammates trying to figure out what they're doing. So I got a playbook advancement, and I have put the rest into prowess because I'm sick of rolling one die for stress, and I think I'm going to take finesse, actually, when I ding it, because I didn't realize that finesse counted as like picking pockets and sleight of hand. For some reason, I
Exactly
didn't
what
put
it
that
is.
together.
Yep.
I know. I didn't even know. I was like, finesse, what are you jumping on shit? Whatever. That's dumb. But Wythe actually is going to steal things from Malia now, like her book. No, I'm just kidding. Because that book is gigantic. There's no way I'd slide a hand. Oh, look at this. It's a coin. Whoa, this book is like 50 pounds.
But you took another playbook advancement first, though, right?
Yeah, and so what I would like is for Chase to read me off. What are all the cutter ones that deal with melee weapons specifically?
Heal, just a second.
Yeah. Sorry, did you close it?
I mean, shut up. Stop yelling at me.
I didn't. Oh, I'm
I did the same.
No, I know you're not. That's just me being like, yeah, I closed it.
Oh, that's fine. I can look up later.
Oh, no, I got it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, fun fact. If you ever close down a tab, Control-Shift-T is the hot key to
I
reopen
live with Control-Shift-T.
Yeah.
It reopens the last tab you closed, and it can
Holy
repeat.
shit. I did not know
Are
that.
you serious? Oh my
Every
god.
browser does, like,
Control-Shift-T.
it's both Chrome and Firefox that do it.
Wow.
I have 25 tabs open on a daily basis. It's just...
Wow.
That's all?
Yeah, it
Okay.
looks like the only one that involves
Oh, that's just on my
melee weapons.
computer. We're not going to talk about Safari and Chrome on my
Right.
laptop.
So I would say...
Ghost Fighter is
Ghost
the only,
Fighter is the only one that
the
didn't
only
use a
one?
thing with melees.
So you're probably, if you want a melee weapons thing, I almost feel like that's what are they? The Hunter playbook?
No, yeah, but sharpshooter only applies to ranged weapons. I don't think they have anything that deals with
Maybe Leech might have something.
I would also
Anyway.
say...
Hang on.
No.
Yeah.
Or
I would
what's the
say you have a couple
sneaky?
of other ones here. You could say Battleborn.
Yeah.
You
There
could
are
expend
a
your
bunch of other
special
ones.
armor not just to reduce harm from attack and combat, or to push yourself during a fight. You can spend your special armor to push yourself.
Because I was going to take Jailbird and just have Wythe go to prison, which is not a bad idea.
It's interesting.
So I think I might still do that. I was just interested because we were in that fight, and I literally, the only thing
You
that I
can
gave Wythe was 2 dots in skirmish. So I'm like, it needs to be melee
don't you?
weapons.
You have the book, I thought,
What book?
the Blades in the Dark book.
Oh, I do.
Oh.
I just wanted him to. I thought his sheet was open. The only reason I
Yeah.
asked was so he would look at it and tell me because I don't have it open.
Okay, I was like, because you can also look at the PDF with the play sheets, but it makes
Yeah,
more
I'm
sense.
gonna
I've
take,
got it in front of me, so-
anyway, I'm going to take Jailbird. So with Jailbird, when incarcerated, your wanted level counts as 1 less, your tier is 1 more, and you gain +1 faction status with a faction you help on the inside, in addition to your incarceration roll.
So now
So-
y'all got to quit clearing heat.
Well, I mean, we have a wanted level right now, so to get rid of that, I'm just probably going to send Wythe into prison, and he's going to create an Avi wall in his cell that's just obsessive, like street urchins, like hunting down and tracking down what Avmalia is doing.
Wow.
And he shall be Sherlock Holmes and the untoward urchins or whatever they're called.
Wow.
The gross, nasty legion of dirty children that Sherlock Holmes uses. The Untouchables, I think, is what they call them. Anyway.
All right. that wow, a lot just happened there. So we got everybody's XP, right? We did Fortis, right? We did Fortis first, right? Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's say goodnight. So as usual, is there anything going on you want people to know about? And stars are particularly a special moment or mechanic or somebody in the game that you thought did something really cool, whatever that is. And then wishes how you'd like to see the game sort of evolve, get better, something that you'd like to see more of in the game, something you'd like to see less of in the game, etc., etc. And let's start this time with Chase.
Oh, hi, it's me. My name is Chase. You can find me at @Furmonger on Twitter. I don't have anything else going on right now, but it's a new year. There's plenty of opportunities. Trophy just did their Kickstarter thing.
It starts Tuesday.
Is about to start their thing. The Ancient Arcana thing for Monte Cook Games is coming out at some point. There's
March.
a bunch of stuff to be hyped about.
Yeah. That's coming in March, and I'm so excited.
right. So I'm going to be doing games at some point, probably some one-shots. I'll let y'all know.
Cool.
Stars, I think star for this one goes to the entire horrifying doll ghost thing, both the experience of summoning it, Kyle's description, Isa's interactions with it, it saying mother and making my spine want to escape my body, all that. Jeez. As far as wish, I'm really excited to see where the Withe of Malia stuff goes. That's the thing I'm the most invested in right now. I think the session went fantastic. There's not really a thing that I want more out of it. Good stuff, creepy stuff. Mother.
Jesse.
Stop saying momther.
Momther?
Momther.
Momther. Pulse.
I'm Jesse. You can find me at Who's the Moose on Twitter, where I finally got more than 200 followers.
What? I thought you were the person among us that had the most. I just assumed.
Congratulations.
No, I don't.
I
don't
really just assumed that.
Nope.
I have no idea what a normal amount of followers amongst this group is.
I'm the moose behind the curtains. I like floats, and some people know about me, but I'm like a well-kept secret. Anyways, as far as projects go, I think we're actually starting, but we're doing a session of Where Roots Remains next Wednesday on a channel. Keep an eye on my Twitter. And then I'm working on some like commissions and logos and stuff. Not commissions, logos. I'm working on some logos, some big stuff.
Cool. Excellent.
Stars, Forta and their Ghost Ward really helped me out, but also just Rhodes for forcing us to choose this score, which then led to some amazing and terrifying ghosty ghoulies. Wishes, I guess this is also a star, but the spirits that came after us, whose name escapes me right now.
Kember? Mr. Kember?
Thank you. Yes, Kember was very cool, and I want more.
She's gone now.
I know. I want more.
More
There's
ghosts?
another one out there.
Oh yeah, y'all have. Yeah, I know exactly who it is.
And we've been killing a bunch of people. So.
And that's what I'm saying is I am so interested to see who the other one is and
how they get at us.
How they get at us, but also like if we attract another one.
Y'all could have tonight, and you chose effectively no entanglement.
I know, but I'm sure.
Which is, to be clear, is like game-wise the right decision. Yes. But I get what you're saying too. I do.
Flavor-wise, I love the ghost. I love the return of the ghost.
I've noticed.
I forgot that like entanglements of favors are dependent on how well you're liked amongst people, and I was like, oh.
Y'all have
when I found out we didn't have an entanglement, I was like, oh.
Y'all haven't done a lot to gain favors with factions.
You've
done a lot to irritate factions.
This is true.
But you don't have a lot of friends among the factions.
Next session, we make friends.
All right, Ran.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Rad. I am shelve the books on the Twitter. I sat down and began sculpting things for streaming. I have dates set out for weekly games. So if you're interested in, I believe Chase called it Witches Bitches. Is that what you called it?
Witchy Bitches.
Witchy Bitches, which is not the canon
Also,
name.
I would like to say that this was a group project between me and Jesse.
Okay.
I believe the actual phrase was, "Who fucks with witchy bitches?"
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, whatever it was, then I wasn't paying attention. Is going to be one, and I know Chase and Audrey said that they wanted to play in it, so I have 2 people for that. And there's, the problem with being like, hey, who wants to play in these games is that everybody's like, yes, I do, and then I'm like, okay, cool. These are the dates. They're like, oh, actually,
Right.
10 other people asked me to do stuff in between you being like, I think I'm going to do this. And then like a month later, when you had time to sort shit out, I've already said yes to a bunch of other stuff. So that's cool. But yeah, I have the dates ready for, so if you're interested in doing that, it's going to be like a Monster of the Week. Everyone's going to be a witch or witch adjacent, and you're going to be part of a coven. And your head mistress.
I want to play.
I know. Look, when I said that, I was not calling you out specifically. I apologize if it sounded like I was. That is not. It was.
No, it's not calling out. It's just me. Like, this is so my aesthetic, and I want.
Right. Anyway, so the head of your coven has died, and you're going to her cabin to sort out where everything is going to be taken from there. And then the next one is going to be Firefly in space. It's going to lean heavily Scum and Villainy playbook, so it's going to be very much it's Forge in the Dark game. But I'm pretty much renaming everything and redoing it all because
That's what we did with our Star Wars Scum and Villainy game.
yeah,
But it's literally all you have to do is rename shit.
Yeah, because Scum and Villainy has a very specific feel to it and a lot of people are like, oh, you just play it a certain way, and then it's fine. But it doesn't have enough Western flavor for me. It doesn't have enough frontier flavor for me. And so I'm going to be using Deadlands and the actual like Serenity and Firefly games to like
Nice.
do that. So yeah, anyway, sorry I'm rambling because I'm tired. I apologize. But yeah, those are the 2 things I'm working on. I also submitted a game to Chromatic Chimera. I don't know if that's going to be... Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be accepted, but this Tuesday, I'm playing Cobalt Ate My Baby with those folks.
All hail King Torg!
All hail King Torg. And if you don't say that, you fail and you die. FYI.
Jesse's having flashbacks to PAX Unplugged when we were trying to play a dart game
that's
and they were
right.
the next table.
I apologize. And then on Wednesday mornings for the next 11 weeks, I'm going to be playing on the Goldheart channel. And I'm playing in a D&D thing where I play Unawakened Blight. So I'm a treeman who punches things with his tree fists and has a pet dog that's made partially out of moss that follows me around.
Goals?
Yeah. And we fight ghosts, and we're dating death. It's like a weird amalgamation of a lot of stuff.
I'd like to know more about that. But
yes, well, me too. All I have to say about that is the femme individuals in our group are very into death because our DM uses a voice modulator, and so it just lowers her octave a lot, and she just has like this really deep, gravelly voice, and all the femmes are like, hello, death, I'm in love with you already. I'm like, it's all right, but it needs a little bit more substance for me.
I've been thinking about getting a voice modulator. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else? That's a lot.
No, other than rambling, no. Thank you very much for being patient and listening.
Stars and wishes, then.
Right. Stars, definitely Dahlman was great. Having Rhodes around is always good, too. I'm a big fan of Rhodes being around because out of everybody in the group, they're the only one that gives pushback to Wythe on any regular basis. And so everyone else is like, Wythe is just an asshole. But yeah, but Forta plays Rhodes really well. And it's like, that's stupid. We shouldn't do that. And I'm like, yes, more of this, please. Let me taste the anger and dislike you have for my character. So yeah, those are my stars. And my wishes, I don't know. I like this game. So I just like playing with these people, and I like building a gang of shitty shadows that Kyle always eye rolls at when we're like, let's do this. He's like, is that going to be espionage or anything that you're actually supposed to do? I'm like, maybe. Who knows?
Arguable.
You know, I gave up on that.
When we do it.
I gave up on that because here's the way that I have sort of internalized it, which is originally I wanted a campaign of cultists. Some folks didn't want to do that, which is totally fine, because then what we did was we looked at because there were specific things about it, and the stuff that I liked out of cultists, we have mostly, maybe not all of it, but mostly pulled out and doing anyway. So great. I think of you as cultists without a forgotten god,
right?
And without all the extra creepy human sacrifice stuff.
I mean, we are our own forgotten gods. I feel like as well.
I feel like
Nat's water dad is like a forgotten god.
I feel like every ghost in the ghost field is Isa's forgotten god, or forgotten children. No, Isa's trying to become the forgotten god of the ghost of her ghost children.
Forgotten god,
yes. Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a pretty good spin.
Cool.
Anyway,
Actually,
yeah, we just began
what
new
I'm
crimes. It's
hearing
great.
is keep this hand, collect the rest.
So what was the wish in there?
The wish was to keep on keeping on.
Okay, cool.
Life's a garden, dig it?
I dig.
Joe Dirt.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
All right.
Forda.
Y'all ever seen Joe Dirt 2?
No.
That exists?
Yeah, it was made for a specific channel, I think, right? Like HBO.
It was a Comedy Central original.
Holy shit. Yeah, no, I never look. The first one was bad enough, but just charming enough to be a like early 90s, late 90s movie, whatever. 90s. Yeah.
Forda.
Moving on.
All right, so I'm Fortivere over on Twitter. Commissions are almost always open. Lately, I'm doing kind of a naturalist sketch style. I'll be posting more art of that at some point. And I'm working on a werewolf compendium for my own records because I apparently hate myself.
Also, I really am into the little bit of that you share on Twitter. If you had noticed that I like everything you talk about,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is awesome. Also, where are your prices, by the way, for your commissions?
Okay, so for character without background, that usually averages around 50.
So is it all quotes, individual
post
quotes?
It's individual quotes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you have it posted or pinned? On
it's pinned to my Twitter.
Okay, because somebody might be looking for sweet overlay art to be doing things.
Now,
so.
I apologize. I'm not very, I do design, but that is a struggle for me, so that will cost more. I do like to do it.
Character art that you can throw into the...
If you need some help designing overlays,
yes,
I believe
Jessie is an overlay queen.
Also,
no one talk to me right now.
Jesse's also extraordinarily
she knows
busy.
All the shit.
Also, I mean, what if I paid you an exposure though? Is that
no?
All right, Aaron Carter.
Oh God, you should be happy this is on a shirt, mother trucker. Yeah, right. Okay.
But is it my shirt though? But is it my shirt?
Yeah. No, it's my shirt. I'm making the ducats, not you.
Then I don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
And I picked up on the mother trucker reference as well. My kids are all about that right now. So that's a whole thing. Cool. Anything else, Forda?
Other than that, not doing much in the internet spheres.
Okay.
Trying to take a break and kind of simmer down a little bit and sort some things out.
Cool.
Let's see, what else?
Stars and Wishes?
Stars was the entire, wife being this cowboy spider, pulling all the threads and putting things in place and being like, oh, I got a gun, I'm gonna use it. It was awesome. Wishes. I wish I was better at managing my time so I wouldn't feel so tired by the time, game time rolled around. No, but literally, wish I really am looking forward to seeing the consequences of all our zany actions. I'm ready to reap what we've sown, and I'm Here it comes.
Yeah, I hear that. So, anything else? That it?
That's it.
Okay. This week is gonna be light for me because I'm traveling tomorrow for the rest of the week. So I don't have anything happening between now and next Saturday on Liney, except to say that two things. I was way behind on posting our videos here over to YouTube just for anybody who wants to watch an actual play. So we did lose session 7, and that's on me, but it's fine. It's a half a dozen views that won't happen because nobody looks at them. So over the next, I posted a few last week, and then starting Monday through I think Thursday, once a day, the others will be posting up there. Now that I've scheduled all that stuff, as Chase noted, Trophy Kickstarter, which I have no affiliation with, I just really like their stuff. That Kickstarter will launch Tuesday, so watch Trophy RPG on Twitter for that, and I will be doing more Trophy stuff in the nearish future. I was going to say one other... Oh, and not this Thursday, but Thursday, January 30th. We're starting because Jessie doesn't have enough campaigns in her life. She's not playing enough games, so we're starting another one.
I forgot about this campaign. I mean, I didn't, but I forgot to mention.
So we're going to be playing Mothership, a campaign called Be Not Afraid, with Jessie and our friend Cole, and our friends in chat, Tarzan, Tank, Taryn, and Maria, who is known as Happy Capster. We'll be playing Mothership for some good old-fashioned sci-fi horror and more body horror stuff. So, to be clear, there is a mature warning on that because of the body horror. But, we have all that stuff. What happened? Oh, it's all fine. I saw you make a face and realize it was something in the game, not us. I'm sorry, in your real life.
Brother served me food.
Oh, how sweet. So that's what I have.
Play clean, though, is the question that I have.
Not yet.
I mean, what I'm saying is, did he just dig that out of his room and bring it out to you with leftover toast on it?
No, he made you dinner, didn't he? Yes. Yeah, Adam says, be not afraid in which everyone is afraid. Hint, Shakespearean references. Okay. Let's see. What was the other? Oh, that was it. So yeah, you can watch me on Twitter at TechnoScald or here or my blog technoscald.me about RPG stuff. My stars and wishes. So there's a lot. I have 2 stars because I'm the ghost manager, so I can throw out 2. One to Forda for finally getting us out into the freaking Lost District that we've been talking about for months. So we finally got to do that, and we can do more of that. Doesn't mean it's the only time, Char, but I'm glad we finally did that. The other one is to Ranlam, with the leaned in very hard, and I loved it, to all the Western references. When you first said War Wagon, I was like, okay, that's me that one thing. But there was so much. There was Morricone, and that was the image of Wythe like standing in front of the expedition and facing them down was so good. So yes. And then those are my 2 stars. My other 2 stars. My wish is that we keep, as we did tonight, continue to focus on these larger storylines that, to be sure, the group of you have created, right? I'm just kind of tracking them. And it's cool how, from this thing, we've kind of evolved out these storylines, and they're starting to fit together in interesting ways. You've really got 2 main threads, but they can fit together for sure. Or 3. You had 3, but 2 of them have already merged. So that's the thing. So thanks everybody. Thanks for watching.